What up, gents? Welcome to the Sensational Gent. I am your host, Sean C. And today we're going to discuss how women's girlfriends can ruin relationships. And we're going to discuss men and women's relationships with their best friends. We're going to talk about how girlfriends betray each other. We're going to look at a few clips, and then I'm going to go over a story with you on how one woman lost her husband because of her best friend. All right, so we're going to go through that story. We're going to dissect all that. We're going to talk about that and so much more here today on the Sensational Gent. So I am hoping that you guys enjoy that. I also am hoping for your participation in this because it is your guys' discussions that drive this channel. Okay. And let me say hi right quick. I'm going a little ahead of myself. What's going on, Dave? How you doing? Dave and Kathy, hi. Check out their channel if you get a chance. I'll do a shout out again here in a little bit. All right. So, yes, so we're going to talk about a number of these issues. And listen, I was actually going to do this as its own episode. And the reason that I was going to do this as its own episode was because there was the article. I came across this article and I was going to wind up just dissecting it, right? I was going to break it down. And because I just thought it was like somebody who had been through this, had everything, and then lost their way, right? Lost their way because of their friend, their so-called friend. And so, I think it's real important to get to that. Now, I'm going to say this a little earlier, and I'll bring this up as we get into the show. But I'm also doing a giveaway on the channel. I'm going to go over the details here a little bit in the show, midway through the show, to tell you the details in which you can win or get awarded what's in this bag. And I'll show you guys sometime later in the show what's in here, part of the giveaway. Honestly, there's anywhere between let's see, 40, so almost a $50 value in this bag, if not more. Depends on where you're selling some of this at. So, or where you're buying it from. So there's a lot of value in that bag. I would say it's actually between 50 and $80 value in that bag right there. Okay, so let me actually ask y'all to do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, because when you hit that like button, you notify other people that this show is going on live right now. And that way they can become part of this discussion today. All right. And one other thing, sorry. Right now, as you may or may not know, I was putting out videos like 5 days a week and stuff like that. I've been a little bit slower on doing that. I've been a little bit off my game. I apologize. I can even see it in my view count, but that's okay. And the reason is I am moving. I have to be out of this apartment. What's today's date? It's like the 16th or something. So today's the 16th. I have to be out of this apartment in 15 days. I plan to be out of it in exactly 2 weeks from today. I want to be out of here and already have given them the key and then waiting for the next day for me to fly out of Las Vegas. Okay. Another little fun fact before we get started in this. This shirt and these shorts I'm wearing, I bought 2 years ago when I went to Mexico, where I'm heading to. I never wore them though. Never wore them one time while I was in Mexico. Well, I've gained about 34 pounds since that point in time. And yeah, I mean, now my arms barely fit in the shirt. And this is an extra large. So yeah. So again, hit that like button if you're coming into the building. Again, we have a giveaway. I do have a mystery bag here in which I will show you the contents in this. Make sure you stick around so you can find out how you can win. And it's very simple on how you can win this bag between $50 and $80 value, okay? And hopefully you guys win that. Let's get into the comments and the shout outs, shall we? So this part of the show, I want to recognize you, the viewer, because without you, this show would not exist. Without you, I couldn't do what I do. You guys keep the Sensational Gent afloat. I promise you there's a lot more coming here in the future, especially after I get done with my first month of traveling. I still plan to put out content while I'm traveling, but once I get to my destination down in Mexico and I get my bearings, better believe I'm going to bring y'all some different and fresh content that you will start seeing on this channel. Let's get to the shout outs. All right, again, I want to give a shout out to Dave and Kathy Hyde. Make sure you check out their channel. I love the places that they go, the things that they see, and it really gives you just a tourist eye. Even in some of the simplest places, there's so much value you get from that. To me, it is the quintessential point of this show, which is to live your best life. And that's what I get from this show. Make sure you check them out. Dave says, doing well, Sean. Thank you. I'm trying my best. Then we have my friend here, Lucy from Brick Girls Go Stateside. Make sure you go check out her channel. Her and her mom, Julie, do a great job on the show, bringing up topics from their perspective, from a different perspective, or just a different way to look at it. It's a very light and fun show. I know you're going to enjoy it. So make sure you subscribe to these two channels right now. Okay? So everybody's saying hi to each other. Lucy says, oh, a mystery bag. That's right. I have a mystery bag right here that I am doing a giveaway. I've blown past a few milestones. I didn't do 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Technically, I'm over 200 videos, even though it keeps switching the number up. I hit a couple videos, so that number switched up. I went over 200 videos that I've made. So I went over the 200 mark on videos, and I just went past a whole bunch of milestones because so much was going on. I want to show you guys that are my subscribers, my appreciation, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to win that bag, okay? And even if you can't use what's in it, it could be a gift for somebody else. But I want to be able to send it to you. And it's really easy to send. Just throw a couple stamps on there, and it's to you very quickly. And that giveaway will happen between now and before I leave, because I want to be able to throw all that stuff in the mailbox so you can get it, and then I can see, hear from you and see how you did with that stuff, okay? Lucy also says, wow, 15 days, it's coming around quick. Please don't remind me, Lucy, okay? Because a brother like me, I tend to stress out all the time, okay? My military time has me at perfectionist problems, okay? And I'm trying to just take this one moment at a time. I have friends family that I love here, and I got to deal with all those goodbyes. And I got to deal with all that stuff that comes with that. But I'm trying to take things a day at a time because that's the way we should take life. But yeah, it's coming really quickly. Dave says, I hate that problem too, Sean, but it's not my arms. Fair enough. Hey, with the stress and everything, I'm not eating as much. So I hope I lose a few pounds before I get where I'm going. And that way, maybe I can see my abs, you know. So the last time I went to Mexico, I probably saw my abs after about 3 or 4 days of eating the food there, and not with all the stuff, the shite that's inside the food here, being in the sun, being active, I actually started getting that V. I had abs, you know, I had abs, baby. And so that's why it's important to work on your abs in your spare time, but you never get there without diet. That's about 70 to 80% of the battle, okay? And then Lucy is acknowledging how funny it is, because it is. It's really funny. Okay, you guys, if you are just entering the channel, make sure you hit that like button so people can know that the show is going on. Today, we're going to talk about men's and women's relationships with their best friends, how girlfriends betray each other. We're going to talk about how guys betray each other. And we're going to look at a few clips, and I'm going to go over a story. The story was actually going to be its own video, but I decided to make it a part of today's live stream because it's a longer story. So I figured it's best for a live stream. We can go through parts of this story and dissect it. I want to hear your thoughts on this story, but this is a prime example of how you could have someone in your life and think they're your best friend because they're there for you, and they end up betraying you, okay? And so we're going to go through that story. I think you guys are going to love that story. Make sure you stick around through the live stream, because midway through, I'm going to tell you how to get this goodie bag, okay? Because of my subscribers, I blew past a few milestones, and you're going to be able to win this bag. And there's 4 of you lucky viewers. They're going to be able to win one of these mystery bags. That is a $50 to about an $80 value. So see how you can get yours. I will reveal what's in it later on in the show. So you won't want to miss that. You don't want to stick around for the details here. And really, this is appreciation for my subscribers and for my viewers. So you guys are going to have the, if you do what you do on this channel, you're going to have the first opportunity to win it. I promise you. Okay. And today's drink, it is a flavored vodka, some mystery type of energy drink that my uncle got from a trade show. So it has a weird flavor. This one is like a blueberry or something, and I threw some guava in it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just trying to put together something real quick because I had 2 minutes before the show started. How does it taste? It tastes like, thank God I'm a bartender, or this would be terrible. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about today, right, we're going to talk about BFFs forever. We're going to talk about that. Now, listen, the way men and women have relationships with their best friends, and I'm not talking about relationships with each other, right? How men and women can be best friends or close to each other. That is a whole nother show, okay? And I've done a show like that in the past where I've talked about, can men and women be good friends, okay? I'm not going to hash that because I could do that show all over again, and I know you guys would have a lot to say about it, okay? Let's see, I just saw another chat pop up. Dave says he has strawberry mineral water here. Okay, that's right. Leave it up to me. Lucy, what you got in your hand, baby? What you got in your hand now? What's in there tonight? Is it wine? What you doing tonight? Spice rum? What's going on? Let me give another shout out here to T-Mac. T-Mac is a very, very active person on there, always commenting, always sending me some extra material. Sorry I haven't been able to use that material yet. I'm so busy right now. And make sure if you guys come into the channel, make sure that you hit that like button so we can get more people notified that this live stream is going on right now, because this channel shows about you guys. And I have a lot to put out tonight. It's going to be for you guys, okay? And Dave says, it's got a kick, though, okay? Hey, that's all that matters, right? And Lou says, hey, I want to give a shout out to Lou. Another person that always keeps me on my toes with his comments, keeps the conversation going. I appreciate you. You always give thoughtful comments. I try my best to respond to everybody and be thoughtful. If you ever see me be short with a comment, it is nothing personal. I'm probably just trying to do some other stuff. But y'all know, I always try to take the time to acknowledge what you guys are saying. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate you, Lucy. Lucy said, gin and tonic. Yeah, man. I didn't go. I'm out of Captain. I drank that all the other night. So all I'm left with is vodka. I'm moving right now, right? Getting ready for the big move and everything. So the bar is getting kind of limited. I need to start hitting that scotch up a little bit before I leave, because but scotch is one of those things that, like, it's gonna take me forever to drink. It'll take me forever to drink that little crystal decanter. And I've started drinking higher end scotches. So now it just, Johnny Walker Black just tastes like crap right now. So sorry to say that. Got a whole bunch of shout outs. Okay. And then Lucy says, I'm drinking vodka too, but we are having pasta tonight, so we're going to be opening a bottle of Chianti later. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Nothing like a good Chianti or oh my God, I can't even think of it. I just brain farted on wines. And that's bad because I am a bartender, so I totally forgot. It's a red wine, another red wine I was thinking about. Not Merlot. And Chianti, not Pinot Noir, some other one. But anyway, y'all don't want to hear me ramble on about that. Let's get into the show. Let's get into the first thing. Okay. So as I was talking about earlier, we're talking about BFFs. Oh man, my thing cut off. I thought, there we go. Y'all don't know, I got a new little setup here. Got an iPad. I got a pad right here so that I can look at my outline to keep on track, because it's hard not to keep on track, especially when you're drinking vodka. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all guys hit that like button. But anyway, so the first thing I'm going to say is that when you start talking about best friends, I know that men and women best friends tend to be a little bit different. When I talk to my guy friends, and I have friends, both male and female, that I've known, my longest friends, I've had over a 30-year relationship with them. And we are still great friends to this day. I actually just talked to one of my 30-year relationships today. when she texted me earlier, good friend of mine, right? And so I still maintain those relationships. Matter of fact, I will count myself as blessed because I know some people that say, man, I only got less than maybe one or two people I really trust with myself and my life and my information. And I can tell you I have over a couple handfuls of people that I could go to, that I could talk to. So it's a real blessing when you can find that. But when it comes to dudes, when we have our boys, okay, we have a really different relationship. We may disagree, we may get mad at each other, but the thing about guys, at least the ones that I know that's not too overly emotional, when we go through stuff, we tend to get over it quickly, right? There ain't no beef worth keeping away from your boys. There's no beef that's going to stop y'all from talking. There are a few exceptions to the rules, and these things that will break dudes up from maintaining their relationship usually means that it's something that put a man in a very emotional state. It's those type of things. Okay. For women, the women that I know don't carry a lot of female friends. I'll be honest, the women that I'm close to tend to have more male friends. And you know how like when women have a lot of guy friends, typically it's because they just have little trust for women, that they've been betrayed and hurt by women. And so women tend to be a little bit more cattier. You get all kind of issues with women being friends, right? Like being in competition with you, basically more worried about what's going on with themselves than they are with you. And we're going to talk about some of those things here in the next segment. I'm not going to stay on this segment long because we have a lot of stuff to get out today in a short time. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the difference. Now we're going to talk about women, and right now I want to bring up women in modern times, the modern woman and their girlfriends. I kind of believe it's a different dynamic. Hence why some women have trouble with trusting other women, because with a lot of the modern women feeling that sense of independence and entitlement, and I can do what I want, there's no consequences, then women have even less incentive to trust another female when they can be just as scandalous as you think a dude would be, if that makes sense. Okay, so a lot of when you have women with the mindset that, hey, there are no rules for me, I could do what I want, whatever, it's all good, they are going to come off more likely to betray their friends. And we're going to see some of this here. We're going to talk about some of this. Now, the good thing about women nowadays is a lot of women are sticking up for each other. And that's not a bad thing. In some cases, it's warranted that women fight for each other, stick up for each other, and stuff like that. Obviously, I have an audience with men. This is predominantly a men's channel. When you look at the percentages, right? Like 90-something% of the people that are subscribed to this channel are men. And so we try to talk from our perspective on the way we see things and stuff. But so women have always had the platform to stick up for each other. And that's why guys like myself and other content creators in the manosphere have these platforms so that we have a place to voice our stuff. So it's good that women can stick up for each other, but that's why you have platforms like this. However, when you start getting that, right, you could have with women, when they have their friends in their groups, you start noticing there's almost like groupthink. Y'all remember the Challenger, the unfortunate Challenger that went into space, had the teacher? Well, when they were actually designing the Challenger and they did the O-ring that failed and caused the Challenger to blow up, I actually was in school when that happened, watching it on TV. Craziness. If you've seen that or you know about that, let me know down in the chat if you remember the Challenger. But the point is, when they were discussing it and people had concerns about the Challenger, it was groupthink. And the groupthink basically squashed and suppressed the thoughts and the feelings and the ideas of those who had opposition. And so in these modern female relationships with their friends, there's a lot of that, where there's going to be pressure on certain women to go along with the groupthink. Now, do guys have that? Yeah, guys have that. I was the dude that put a lot of pressure. When I was in my 20s, I was a beast. I'm apologizing to my friends every day for who Sean was in his 20s. Because hey, we going out tonight. Oh, man, I don't feel like it. Man, stop being old, bro. Stop being that way. I put a lot of pressure on a lot of people. There's a lot of wives I have to apologize to. Not that their dudes were doing anything wrong. Just I always kept people out late because I like to eat at the end of the night. Okay. So that group thing can be very dangerous when it comes to relationships, right? So we see that women typically have fewer female friends. And look, dudes keep small groups of friends too. So that's not too much different. I would say a lot of people in today's society have trust issues. So I believe that is another reason that a lot of people have smaller groups of friends that can trust. But I would think with women, it's a whole nother dynamic that dudes don't have to deal with because there's emotions and stuff in there that start to get in the way, right? And a lack of accountability. All right. Dave says tragic. We remember both the Challenger and I think the other was the Columbia. Yeah, I don't remember the Columbia as much. We talk about that. So I deal with nuclear engineering. And so one of the first lessons in the quality assurance program that we go over is talking about the Challenger, talking about the submarine, the Scorpion, and also the submarine, the Thresher that went down. And it was all quality assurance issues that took them out. But a lot of the concerns that came up was a part of groupthink. And so you just got to be careful about that, even with amongst the people that you love and care about. Your own family could be putting pressure on you, groupthink, in order to do something. Your family could be putting pressure on you to get into relationships or get married in situations that you don't think is right because you don't feel it, but you may feel that pressure from groupthink. So it's not just a best friend thing, but it's also a family thing to worry about as well. But yeah, I think I'll have to look up the Columbia though. Lucy says, I have some lovely female friends, but I have never had a large group of female friends because I find the dynamics exhausting. And so we're going to talk about some of that, Lucy. I have some video clips that I believe will highlight some of the issues that you ladies go through. Now, guys, if you're watching this right now, right, if you're watching this live or pre-recorded, the reason why I want to bring up these things is because I want you to hear from women's perspective on what they feel. Some of you guys already know that, but it's good for us to be able to go through it because that'll give you an idea. And we're going to talk about the dynamics of this inside of a relationship, how women that have these type of relationships and the things they go through with their best friends could affect the relationship in the story that we're going to talk about later. So I think I want to first dissect what women go through in these relationship type things, and we're going to take it to the story and get there. Okay. So I'm going to bring up the first video of the night. Sorry, it's taking so long for us to get in that. And before I get there, let me see. Lucis has in my observation, women don't have real friends, mostly associates that don't have their best interests at heart. You know, I'm sure there are some women that really do have genuine best friends. I'm not going to deny that. But I am in agreement with you. I have found, again, that my female friends have few female friends because they find them to be more associates than anything as well. Because women tend, like, we all need emotional support. But I just realized that women will be more open and vocal about getting that support. And in my experience, with my female friends, they don't tend to get the emotional. You would think they would get more emotional support from their female friends, but in turn, they actually find themselves getting less. And so that's why a lot of them go with their male friends, because if they have a good male friend, that male friend will actually listen. And that male friend gives usually like very sound stoic advice. I can say sound, but usually tries to give them sober advice. So I'm gonna bring up this first clip. Oh, I just realized I did not set up my I did not want to show you all the inner workings. All right, so we're gonna get to this first video.
These are some signs of a jealous friend.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. Totally off of my game. Okay, it's not muted. We're going to listen to the signs of a jealous friend. Okay, that's the first video. Okay, let me set this up. Okay, why? There we go. All right, let's go.
These are some signs of a jealous friend, or more specifically, a friend that's jealous of you. And if these are resonating, I suggest keeping your distance. You don't get invited to a lot of things, or you just notice that they choose not to include you in a lot of events. They never give you proper advice, especially when it comes to how you look. So if you look really good, they might literally tell you, like, you need to change, or I'm not going out if you look like that. Or when you wear something that you know doesn't look that good, they're gonna be like, oh my God, it looks so good. It's sabotage. You hate telling them good news, and you can't tell them good news because they're never happy for you, and they make you feel so ass about it and like kill your mood towards this thing that you were so excited about. And if you feel like your friends get some sort of satisfaction or kind of like a little bit happy when something bad happens to the point that you keep all bad news to yourself, toxic ass jealous friends.
So tell me what you guys think about that. Any ladies in the chat right now? What do you think about what she just said? Have you experienced, ladies, some of the behaviors that this woman talked about with any people that called themselves your so-called quote unquote friend? Have you had that type of experience before? Let me know down in the chat. I want to hear from you ladies. Okay. Let me know if you've had that friend that was jealous. Now, she talked about a lot of things in there. She talked about, and I'm just no particular order, but she talked about not being able to share good news with that friend because they usually downplay it. They don't want to hear it. They don't have time for it. They kind of, oh, okay, that's real nice. But when you have bad news, it's almost like the ears perk up. Now, I used to read the Bible a lot back in the day, but I remember there's a lot of, one of the books I read in the Bible the most was Proverbs. And Proverbs talks about these things. And again, I'm not trying to take it to a religious place, but I'm saying there is a lot of wise sayings in Proverbs, and it talks about phony people, phony friends, people that don't have your back. All that stuff is in Proverbs. And so, have you ladies experienced anything like that? Matter of fact, if you're watching this pre-recorded and you're a lady, if you start hearing it, if you're a woman, you hear this part, let me know down in the comments or in the chat tonight. Have you experienced any friends ever that you felt that you couldn't share good news because they didn't seem like they cared about your happiness? You couldn't share bad news because their ears perked up. It's almost like they wanted to see you do bad, that they almost got more power from it. That they're catty about, you're wearing something. If you're wearing something that you shouldn't be, your friend is supposed to tell you before you walk out that house. Your people's supposed to let you know, hey, you're not looking right, okay? So not to tell you the reverse. That's not a good friend. All right. So again, let me know. Let me know. We're gonna get to the next video clip. Now this woman is gonna talk about bad friends and communication. So let's see what she has to say.
Look, if we friends, don't have me jumping through hoops trying to figure out like what's going on in your life and you got major events happening and you just pop out with this major event. Like I ain't finna break my back trying to figure out, read your social media posts, trying to see what the fuck you got going on. Don't nobody got time like that. We grown.
I'm gonna stop it right there, okay? Because you also have, she was talking about, people get mad at you because you don't pay attention to their social media. And listen, when you have hundreds of friends, you have lots of friends, the way they send stuff up the feed, you would have to be on there for hours to see everybody's stuff. Okay. And personally, as you get older, you'll get on social media to keep up with certain people. But at the same time, you're not trying to be on there all day. You know what I mean? You ain't got time for that. Okay. So, and they got some people that'll give you crap for that. But it is what it is. Let's get back to it.
We need to learn how to communicate. You need to learn how to communicate. Motherfuckers will pop out with whole cancer, then get on Instagram or the internet like nobody been there for me, nobody get this, nobody that. when they have never ever told you anything about that. They don't let you know anything because they, for some reason, don't want people in their business, which I respect, but it's like to a certain extent. Like, don't try to devalue me as your friend when you never tell me anything. And then you
I want to stop it right there real quick. That is something else that happens with friends, right? When people are putting posts that say, oh, I've been going through it by myself. Y'all don't know this, that, and the third. And you didn't call me and tell me what's up. I had a friend get mad at me recently. And he got mad because he told me about condition he was having. And I have been having that condition for a while. And because of that, when I told him this has been going on for years for me, he said, I'm mad at you. Why you didn't tell me? And I was like, oh man, I didn't think much of it at the time. He got mad. But that's my fault because I did not communicate what was going on with me to him. So he should be mad, right? Especially if it's somebody you care and love for, you have love for, you want to make sure they're good. Life happens. We can't be there for everybody's events. So we also shouldn't get mad when people are doing their own thing. But we also shouldn't be holding grudges because a little time passes, right? Especially as you get older, you start losing people. So it don't matter about these grudges. It's like enjoy the people that you have in your life that mean something for you while you have them. All right, let's finish what she was saying.
expect me to just fall to my knees when you fucking popping out with some bizarre ass situations. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all or what's wrong with people in this generation, but y'all really be wanting people to go to the ends of the earth for some basic ass BS that you could have just said out of your mouth. Like, we are grown. Open your mouth, communicate. If you want me to be there for you, I will. But I'm not gonna extend anything further than that if you don't know how to open your mouth and not be childish. People be wanting you to read between the lines and know what they want you to do.
All right. So listen, she makes some really good points. People get mad at you now, especially in the social media age, if you're not keeping up with everything they post. And listen, I'll be honest, as a YouTuber, I used to get mad at it because I wanted people to keep up with what I was doing. But here's the thing, people got lives. People don't always have time to to them, this may not be important. To me, this is important. Now, my closest people know this is a lot for me. Know this means a lot. And the ones who really care about me tell me about what I'm doing and how they feel about it. And I appreciate that. They put a little more care because they ask me, how is your channel doing? What's going on with it? Right? Some of them, they don't even tell me, but they peek in on it. I wish they would be a little more vocal about that, but they peek in on it, see how it's doing. Right? But at the same time, I'm not mad because people got lives. Let's get back to the chat. Lucy says, I never really understood why, but mom reminded me lately that other parents would compare us a lot, who they thought was the prettiest mostly, but also who was the smartest and nicest. I think women experience this kind of comparison at a young age, and it makes us see each other more as competition and true friends or allies. You know, that's a very interesting, that's very interesting there, Lucy, because for my female friends, I figure that too. There's usually seems like there's always some type of somebody pitch you against somebody or this, that, and the third, or people. It could be other people that pitch you. Like we talked back in school, you may not even have beef with anybody, but some people will make beef for you. Okay. And you can have somebody that's a friend, and then people will say stuff to try to divide you and your friend. And that can be kids, it can be adults, it doesn't matter. It's really catty stuff that goes on. Now, listen, as men, we are always in competition with other men. But believe it or not, when it comes to men, our type of camaraderie, our type of competition actually makes us stronger. It actually makes us better friends because it's like, you know, it's almost built in us to have that that sense of strong competition without the emotion. More so, I mean, we get emotional about it, right? You talk about sports, people getting their emotions about it, okay? But that camaraderie makes us bond differently than women bond. If that makes sense. And so it's unfortunate because you could be a good woman and you could have what you seemingly think is a good friend on your side, but you start getting into all this cattiness, and so you can't even trust if your best friend is real. If you're new into the chat, make sure you hit that like button right now so that more people could be notified. If you're new in here right now, we're talking about tonight, we're talking about how your best friends, your good friends, could basically ruin your life, ruin your relationships. Okay, so you're going to be around for that. Also, I told you that at some point, for all my subscribers, the opportunities to win what's in his bag is a $50 to $100 value. Blew through a lot of milestones, 1,000 subscribers, 200 videos, some other milestones. And so also as a going away gift, me going away, I want you guys to be able to have the opportunity to win this bag right here. And there's 3 more of them. So 4 of you guys have the opportunity to win. But in order to get the rules for this contest and know how you can win, you're going to have to continue watching this video, okay? So let me get back to the chat. Dave says, can you really keep up on YouTube? I don't know how people with young families and work can do it. Dave, I don't either. And you and I have a little bit more free time than I think most people do when it comes to doing this YouTube thing and having time. So I really don't know how people keep up with that. And let's take it back to the subject. When people have families, especially if you have a young family with young kids and you have a husband and you got kids, you got a dog, a cat, a partridge in a pear tree, right? 2 cars, all this stuff. It's hard to keep up. Pardon me. It's hard to keep up with what your friends are doing. And some people get mad about that. And I try not to get mad about those things, right? The people that support me. People that don't. And you know what? I stopped getting mad about it because I have a whole new support system when it comes to this. But keeping up with like what we do on YouTube, pretty tough. And I don't know how they do it. Like I said, Dave, you and I got a little more free time. So, it is what it is. All right, Lucy says, that's true. Girls do get compared early as boys get to be teammates, Little League, Pee Wee, soccer. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We have the opportunity, especially if you get involved with sports. Lucy brings up a good thing. I've been involved with sports, like really organized sports, since I was about 10 years old, right? Through high school. And even when I went into the military, every city I lived in, I was in different men's leagues in basketball, flag football, softball. I did it all. Okay. And so all of that started to create great dynamics and camaraderie that's totally different than what this person said and what you're wearing, girl, and stuff like that. Men don't even think about those things. The things that we talk about that bond us, I think kind of gives us a little bit stronger bond. That's why you see women start to have dudes as best friends, because you get more of what you get with a dude. Even if a girl has a dude that wants to get with her, she knows that dude has the hots for her. She knows that dude wants to get with her, but at least she knows, she can tell. But with female friends, some of them, it's hard to tell what their agenda is. Are they really for you, or are they against you, or they want you to fail? Are they being friends with you? Keep it, that whole keep your friends close but your enemies closer type thing, those type of friends. Maybe some of you guys have experienced that out there. Let me know down in the chat what y'all think about that. Okay, so now you have a bad best friend. Oh, let me finish reading here. Dave says, I agree with you, Sean. Men could use friendly competition and channel it in a useful way to improve both or all of us. Yeah, we do, man. I just, like I said, again, you're talking to a guy I have a lot of male friends, right? Like, you got to think, I've lived in 7 states. I've lived in dozens and dozens of cities in those states. And I've been to hundreds of cities and different countries, and I've been to road trips all around this country. I've been to 40 of these states, and I've met people everywhere. And I'm gonna tell you about friends. I have female friends, I have male friends, and it's just a different dynamic. I understand why my female friends keep male friends around. Does that make sense? Just because you just can't trust it all. You know what I mean? And the women that are friends with us males that you could trust and that's around, they're a little bit more straightforward than us than they would be with female friends. Sometimes too straightforward. You end up like that redhead dude on that last live stream I did, getting your feelings hurt. You get your feelings hurt. But anyway, I want to get to this next thing. We got a lot to go through, and I want to make sure we hit it all. Okay? So now, remember when that first girl in the first clip talked about when you tell your friend bad news that their ears perk up? Now imagine you had a good relationship going, and for women that's tough. When their girlfriends get boyfriends and they're not hanging out as much, or if they do, and the dude is about his business, maybe he's restricting, and I hate to say restricting, but you know, you're spending more time with that dude than you are your girl. And some girls feel some type of way about that. But when you break up with that dude and your girl ears perk up, oh, you hurt, I get you. But you know what? You got me, girl. You know, we back. We can be back at it again. So this next video is a small clip. Now I'm gonna leave it muted because I don't know. It's Latin music, so I don't know if it's gonna register. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm gonna mute it. It's Lucy, it's muted. So if you can't hear it, it's muted. She always bring it up. I can't hear it, like it's muted, okay? So I'm gonna leave it muted, and then you'll see when you see it, okay? Now this is for the gents. Is that not modern women right there? Soon as you break up that, well, okay, dudes do it too. Look, us men do it too, right? I would say when I was younger and more of my toxic days, I'll call it that, the easiest thing to do is as a man, when you get through a breakup, you go to the gym or you get right back out there and you start talking to girls right away. But with dudes, it's more like when we tell each other that, it's more like keep a dude out of his feelings. Lucy, you didn't do that to me just now. Yeah, you can't hear it. Okay. Hit that like button up. You guys are killing me out there, man. Oh, man. Let me give a shout out here to my boy, the one, the only True Gemini. This brother has a great channel, does his own music on his channel. Also, he does a lot of nature hikes and stuff like that while giving you just thoughts on life perspective. Whether you agree with it or not, it is engaging conversation, and he's a good dude. And so I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Henry, for being here. Make sure you guys go check out his channel, True Gemini. All right, brother. Hey, man, ain't nothing much. I'm in the middle of packing and moving and doing a bunch of stuff. So I'm sorry, all of you guys. I've been trying my best to try to look at your channels. Please, I know you guys have been supporting me, and I'm doing my best to keep up with supporting you guys. Even if I don't get it right away, I do think about you all, and I will get to looking at your videos. But as I got 2 weeks left to be out of here, so I kind of need a little slack from my friends, okay? Lucy said, women head to the streets after breakups for new male attention, but still be holding on to the ex. Okay, Lucy, that's almost should be his own damn show, shouldn't it? But you bring up a great point. So I'll be honest with you guys. Men typically go back to the streets, and I'm gonna be honest. This is hey, gents, we're gonna be real here, right? We're gonna be real. When we go back to the streets, we're probably looking to hook up for the next, hook up to kind of get our mind off that person, especially if they really meant something to us, right? And we got hurt by it. So your male friends, and I said again, that's toxic thinking. Hopefully you guys can evolve past that. But that's what we do. We send our boys back into the streets, say, yo, try to find somebody, hook up, get it out your head, just get it out your system. And that kind of works for us, right? But what Lucis is talking about is it for women, even though women also get like relations as well, let's put it out there, but they do a better job than us men for just getting the attention. I will say sometimes the attention is good for us too, depending on the severity of the breakup and that person's ability to get female attention. All right. And then Lucis brings up the last point, I think is in quotations, right? But still be holding on to the ex. So in the meantime, let's say a woman is going through a recent breakup with a man, and then she comes out and she meets you. And she's like, yeah, I just had a breakup and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, all right, cool. You know, like, I'm not trying to, I'm going to give you, and a good dude to give her space a little bit, you know, understanding that, yo, she just had this dude. But the problem, and what Lucis is trying to bring up right now, tell me if I'm wrong, brother. But what he's saying that while she's talking to you, depends on how strong that bond was with that ex, she still may be sending out texts to that dude. She still may be reaching out to him. They still maybe be chatting even though they're broke up. Maybe she's plotting on how to make him jealous. Like a girl could be talking to you and then doing it just to make that dude jealous because she wants him back or something like that. Like it's a lot of weird dynamics. And I don't know if you guys have been through some of that too, but I'm telling you, some of the stuff that I've been through with women that was on the rebound is crazy, y'all. And I'm talking about you have dudes up in your face like, yo, man, your girl didn't say all that. She said y'all was broken up and y'all weren't together. Crap, I had a dude come to my house once because he put a tracker on the chick car. And she like, we've been apart for months. He didn't say nothing until she had somebody. Until she was dating me, this dude was like, okay, I'm not getting the attention or, you know, that foot in the door that Lucis just talked about, but still be holding on to the ex. And a little attention that let that dude know, like, okay, we broke up. She's single. But I ain't got to worry about her because her attention is showing me she ain't really hollering at nobody. But as soon as she start talking to somebody and that attention ain't right, you got toxic dudes too that be like, wait a minute, she hollering at somebody. I mean, toxic relationships would be crazy, man. And I've been through a lot of it. Hey, see, Lucis, thank you for giving me the feedback, brother. Exactly. So many things with rebound women. Bruh, you know what? I hate doing those shows because they are hit or miss on whether they do well or not. Rebound relationships, but I think it's very important to talk about that because rebound relationships are pertinent to no matter what age you are going through, especially through some of us that are older. I know a lot of dudes on our channel are around our age, and a lot of them are going through like separations and divorces, and those rebound type episodes actually help men and women out talking about it, right? Because you know, people will ignore what their friends say. Hey, get out this rebound thing. Oh, you don't want me to be happy, right? Like, no, I'm trying to tell you, there's a rebound. Just take it easy, right? But I think those rebound relationship shows actually help people like a lot. So you know what? Thank you, Lucis, because I will do that show. That'll probably be one of the ones I do when I'm on the road. And we're going to talk about when I'm on the road, how the format is going to change a little bit until I get used to doing the show on the road. But I will still be coming with the thunder, gents. All right, we're going to do it. Right? True. Henry says facts. Oh, Henry says, look at Kanye. Bro, I'm trying to avoid one of the gents on the channel, Henry, said, I'm glad you don't really do celebrity stuff. And part of me want to do celebrity stuff, not because their lives are like us. Is because I just want to take the examples. It's like it's like an example, but it's exaggerated. And the Kanye, I want to do one on Kanye, and I want to do it on Pete Davidson and also Kim Kardashian because it's getting ridiculous right now. Now it's almost I want to talk to the gents and tell them this is simping at its finest. Kanye looks weak right now. But anyway, I digress. I want to do that show. That might be one I do when I'm on the road. Okay. So if y'all don't like it, I'm sorry, but please support the channel and watch that one when I put it out, all right? T-Mac in the house still, he says women carry their secrets to their graves. They can get pregnant by your cousin and you would never know. Man, say that 3 times for the cheap seat. Not twice. Say it 3 times for the cheap seats, what you just said. Yes, there are women that will take secrets to their graves. They will not let you know, let you inside. Dudes do lie. Don't get me wrong. We are just way worse at it than women. Ladies, and not necessarily the ladies of this channel. What I'm saying is, but I'm saying ladies in general. In general, women that hold secrets or basically have secrets, y'all a lot better than us. We cannot hold that in. We terrible. We terrible keeping our facts straight. We terrible. We terrible at keeping them. We can play poker. We could be like World Series of Poker, right? Sitting there, poker face on and stuff like that. Can't see through the shades. Like, yeah, what you got? What you got, baby? What you got? Right? Have a stern poker face. And then when it comes to lying and trying to keep other things going, other relationships going, we will mess it up. Terrible. We are terrible. So that's a good point there, T-Mac. Let's see where we're at on time because this story is long. I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna bring up one. So listen, right now I'm talking about girls being bad best friends. I'm not gonna keep us out of the conversation, gents, because I am about self-improvement and I am about us being on our purpose. So I will not just scold the women on this. There's a little segment for us. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all may have seen this on the internet. I'm about to bring this one up. This one here is jacked up. Hold on to your seats because, all right, check it out. I have it muted, but I'm not about to mute it. I'm about to unmute it, okay? So for all you worried about if I'm going to keep this muted, I need you guys to know the sound should be on. I'm giving y'all crap right now. Before I get to this video, let me read what y'all say. Men don't lie well at all. We're terrible. We are terrible. Lucy says, as Judge Judy says, don't have to have a good memory when you tell the truth. Lucis, say that 4 times for the cheap seats. Gents, that's why I talk about self-improvement and being on your purpose. The best thing you can do is to live in truth and live in your truth. And I would rather tell somebody the truth than to live a lie. Because if you start doing that, you can't keep your truths together. You never got to worry about what the facts are because you ain't got the lie to kick it. If you don't like what I'm telling you, if you don't like what I'm saying, and I mean it in love or at least in truth enough to tell you, then maybe it's not meant for us to be friends. Okay? I'm not saying you say, some people are, you say everything on your mind, I say everything on my mind. Hey, the Bible says the tongue is fire. It has the power of life and death. You don't say everything on your mind. I'm not saying lie though. I'm saying that sometimes you have to wait till the right time to say what needs to be said. Okay? But that's not to say be a liar. And that's not to say hold out on being a truthful person. I'm saying that you have to meter your words because that will get you killed. If you out in the street, men know this. You know, I can buck off at somebody, but if I pop off at the wrong person saying the wrong things at the wrong time, that's life or death in these streets. Do you understand what I'm saying, gents? All right. I was trying to be cool with the shades on. T-Mac says, you do have to have a good memory when arguing with a narcissist. Absolutely. You do. You know, and that's a whole nother subject too, right? It's a whole nother show. But the way men and women will remember on our first date, you had wore that green sweater and everything with the blue slacks and everything like that. Like, oh man, I'll be honest, I have no clue what you wore the first date. I remember what I was thinking. I kind of remember where we ate at, right? But I just feel like men start to feel like, man, I just feel like I've known you forever. And women remember all the details because it means a lot. And sometimes women get mad at us dudes for forgetting those details. But actually, for us, for it blending in, if we're still doing what we're supposed to do in a relationship, but we don't remember the facts of the first date, it's not that it didn't mean anything. But for us, it's kind of like you're like a comfortable pair of shoes. I like to slip on and feel good at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to remember all that stuff. You is him. You here right now with me, him. Okay? For everybody that's coming into the chat, hit that like button so everybody knows that this show is going on. Today, we're talking about how your girlfriends can ruin your relationship. But we're going to talk about dudes right now. We're going to bring up a dude that knew he was doing wrong. Okay? So, we're going to get to this video. Also, we have a giveaway going in for all subscribers. There's $50 to $80 value in this bag, and I will be sending it to 4 people. I will tell you the details of it, but you have to be a subscriber. You have to be a subscriber first and foremost, but we'll get there in a little bit. Thank you all for getting me to all the milestones that I'm at. I'm almost close to monetization, so keep watching these videos. If you know somebody that like it, share it, okay? I'm less than 500 hours. We gonna make it. I think before my year, I'll be there. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Okay. Let's get to this video though. I'm so interested to get to this video. I'm excited. Let's go. Y'all seen this?
Morning. What up? Good morning.
Okay, I clipped it because I don't want to get demonetized. I don't know about that song. Okay. I'm gonna let it go for a little bit. We're gonna play a little bit more.
Get out. Wake up. You're so hot.
All right, I'm gonna mute it. Too much music. Okay. That's that dude's best friend. Now, what he said was he's ignoring me because he knows that I went out with him earlier. And he end up, that's that dude's best friend sleeping with his woman or his wife, passed out on the couch. Gents, I'm no angel. I've done some heinous stuff. Hurt people. I tell y'all that. I can't say I'm an angel. I've done some bad shit. Excuse my French, but I have. And but I haven't done that. Okay. Haven't slept with my dude best friend's girl. Have not done that. Now, here on my pad here, it tells me to tell you all a quick story. And it's going to be very quick. One of my good buddies, well, let me say this. I was dating someone when I was living up in Seattle area, and it was a really bad fight that night. So I left the house. I was staying at her place, but I was renting out a room from her because she had a big house. So I said, listen, I don't want any free rides because I'm your boyfriend. I'm going to rent out a room like you sell for your other roommates, and we'll still be together. That way I'm paying my fair share toward the bills. And because the other thing is I had my own place, but while we out to see a pipe bust, so I didn't want y'all to think I'm being a deadbeat staying at my girl's house, but the pipe bust in my apartment. She was like, hey, you're here all the time. You might as well just stay over here. So I started staying over there. We got into a real bad fight. So I left that night. I went to my boy's house. He allowed me to stay on his couch, and then I was able to clear out his basement, and I was able to move my furniture into the basement and make the basement like a little studio apartment. Okay. So I was staying with him, and then at some point, he just kind of was acting weird. Like we used to talk all the time, and now we weren't talking as much. So as I was getting ready to leave the Seattle area to move to New York to be an instructor, I said, we were out one night, me and my cousin, because my cousin was going to help me make the drive cross country. And what happened was I said, hey, let's go stop at my ex-girlfriend's house because she always has liquor and stuff like that. We can hang and party there later. As I'm passing by the house, there's no lights on. Now it's late at night with no lights on. That is rare. I've never seen like no lights on at all, and it'd be that late at night. The other thing was it was a car similar to that what my buddy drove. And I was like, that's an odd coincidence. I said, let me see what's going on. So I didn't go stop at the house because it was dark. So I passed the car, and my buddy's license plate was out-of-state license plate, and it hung a certain way. So I passed it. I said, yo, peek your head out the window and see what license plate that is. I said, because it looked like it's down. When he told me the state that it was, because that car had to be shipped. That's all I'm going to say, okay? My buddy, who I was staying with, was sleeping with my girlfriend. Didn't even let it, there was no 6-month period of time. It was like a month or so. He had probably been there for a while. Okay? Here's the thing, gents. I wasn't mad at him for sleeping with her. You say, why, man? You sleep with my girl, I'll be mad. I wasn't mad because he had met her before me, and I know he liked her. I happened to catch her off of work. She was a bartender. Most bartenders don't holler at you unless they're off of work. So I got an opportunity to catch her off of work. I didn't know she was a bartender, so I just started spitting game, and we started dating. So I knew he liked her. But man, I moved into this dude's house, and he didn't have the nerve to tell his boy. He'd rather act weird around me than to tell me, because I would have told him, while you're over there, get the rest of my shit, please. Just get the rest of my stuff, please. That's all I would have said, because I love him like a brother. She wasn't worth it. Do you understand? That's my brother. That's the way I looked at him. Like, okay, he slept with her. Bro, okay. You should have just told me. And why you didn't grab the rest of my stuff while you was over there? That's how much I love that dude as a brother. Now, we've lost over a decade of time, more than a decade of friendship. Like, we kind of was in communication in and out throughout the years. But he told me the reason why I don't holler at you a lot is I still feel guilty about something. What year is this? 2022? He just told me last year he still felt guilty, even after all that time, about something that happened 16 years ago. 16 years ago. Like, that's a whole lifetime ago. My kids were kids, and now they're little grown people. And I say little grown people because I'm a big dude now. So, right? So that's how much time has passed. So it can happen to us dudes. It can happen to us as well. Some of y'all might have similar stories, I don't know. But I love my boys. I'd rather you come holler at me and let's settle this like men and talk about it. You understand? I'm never going to get a fight over a woman. I'm not. I'm not going to have that fight. I'd rather just move on. And some of you all can learn that lesson as well. Henry says, yes, sir. Let's get it. 500 hours. Let's hit that target. Yes, absolutely. And I have these goodie bags. I have these prizes worth 50 to 80 bucks that you guys could win. But you have to be a subscriber and you have to listen around for the instructions on this, okay? And I want you guys to win. This is for my subscribers, okay? And so there's 3 other bags like this. So there's 4 chances for 4 people to win, all right? So I want you guys to be a part of that. I want you guys to have this. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you one thing out of this bag now. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but I was a submariner, okay? And so I've been on 3 subs, right? One of which was this one, the USS Alabama, okay? So this is a patch from the USS Alabama store that I will be giving to a subscriber. So it is a patch. And I think this is worth like 10 to 15 bucks by itself, maybe even 20 bucks. I can't remember. But this is one of the things that's in there. There's a few other things in there too, okay? The other things are similar, but they have higher value or right about the same value, okay? So I have a number of those patches. That's something that you might want to keep as a keepsake, or you may want to hold on to it because somebody may want it and have value for it later on. There's a lot of collectors that like stuff like that. So again, it may have more value than what it costs face value. But I want you guys to have that as a part of the gift. You'll like the other stuff that's in there too, I promise. All right, let's see. What else you got? T-Mac says, dude could have come to you about it and everybody would have been cool. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, no, we would have been good, bro. That's the thing. My buddy cheated on me with my girl who I barely broke up with. And he was so ashamed, he didn't have enough faith in me to tell me. Or at least wait till I left and then tell me once I left. If he was worried about having an altercation, then he could have just waited till I left and told me. But even that would have still felt like, even though that would have been a letdown, I still to this day feel like, bro, all I wanted was you to tell me. And I was, even though I was immature at that point, I can say immature, but I had my quirks. I still feel the same way to this day. Like, it's not like I got more mature and time passed, so I'm less angry. I was never really angry. You my brother, man. You fucked up, I know. But I love you more than that. Like, you was there for me, bro. Like the time we went out drinking and I drank too much and I overslept. This dude left work, came and got me out of there and brought me to work. He said, hey, I need to go pick up Sean. It was his birthday. He must didn't get up. And he came and got me. Now, I got in trouble for it, but he looked out for me to say, he ain't here. Let me go get him. I know where he at. See what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to lose those type of friendships, man. And there's so much more he did for me. Like, he had a place for me to stay. When I got kicked out, I would have had no place to go. Do you understand? Got kicked out of my girlfriend's house, even though I was paying rent there. Where was I going to go? Anyway. So that's my story. Okay. I got a story I'm going to share with you guys. We're going to run through this quickly. Why is it? 1 second, you all. There we go. Okay. Why can't I blow that up? Man, how am I supposed to read that? Okay. We're going to go over a story. Okay. Because I don't want to keep you guys all night. I want to tell you all about how to get this. But we got a story we're going to have to go through this and dissect it. And this was the crux of me coming up with the topic tonight. I want to know what you guys think about it. I want all you guys to chime in on it. I want to know what you think about it. And I also want you to see how somebody you trust could ruin your relationship. And that's what we're going to get into the main story tonight. Lucy says, men have been taught the man code. Maturity has been lacking with men. Yeah, there was man code. He broke man code. But also for your closest boys. I'm not talking about associates, Lucy. I'm talking about like your brothers. Like, I consider him a brother, right? And obviously we're in the military. We're serving together. We've been through a lot together, right? We've looked out for each other's backs many a time. And just to be fair, you only get so many, black dudes that do what him and I did in nuclear engineering. I was my specialty was mechanical engineering, nuclear engineering, and his was electrical, nuclear engineering. So it wasn't too many of us as it was. We we can understand more what each other go through than other people may. Because you meet people from all over the country that can't share or understand your experiences, but we understood it, and that's how we became good friends. Matter of fact, before I even got on this live stream, I was talking to my big brother today, who I will be flying to see when I leave here. We talk every day. I talk to my big brother every day. And that's the kind of friendships I have. That's the kind of friendships I value the most. The people who I talk to who really know what's going on with me. You understand what I'm saying, you guys? And I hope you got somebody like that in your life too. Because that's a rare thing. And as you get older, it gets harder and harder, right? Especially as your friends are starting to get families and move on and such. It's hard to find people you can still have that level of camaraderie with and talk to on a daily basis and stuff like that. T-Mac says, man code is law with real bros. It's y'all are right. Lucis, T-Mac, you guys are right. Man code is a serious thing. But think about what we talked about in the beginning of this show about how playing Little League together and in my case, or Little League and basketball and Pee Wee. And then now we're talking about college, and we're also talking about military, like all the friends I met in the military, especially being on a submarine. I was on submarines when there were no women on submarines. Now they've started to get women on submarines now. I wasn't a part of that, or it was just starting to happen toward the end of my career, the back end of my career. But I never saw it personally. So before that, yeah, man code was strong on that submarine. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was man code. There was interdivisional rivalries. Those things mean something to dudes. And so things function because we understand the hierarchy of the way things need to be within man code and within knowing that there needs to be structure and not this chaos that we see, especially amongst these silly modern women. Not all women, but the silly modern women that a lot of them I try to highlight on this show. And that's not to disparage all women, is to say, but if you fall under that, just like I tell the gents, you need to work on yourself, work on your purpose, and get your shit straight, right? Or as Morty said in Rick and Morty, get your together. Okay, sorry, I saw something on my screen I had to take care of. Okay. Uh-oh, is my battery low on this? I guess so. All right, I don't need it much longer, okay? Actually, I'm gonna cut it off. Oh no, I don't wanna cut it off. I'm just gonna dim it. There we go. Okay, let's get into the story, you guys. I don't wanna hold you up. You guys wanna know what's inside the bag. I wanna start talking about this. I need you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're watching this as pre-recorded, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so you don't miss any future videos here on TSG. I'll be on the road here soon, and so things will change. Please support me through this time. Got less than 500 hours left to monetization. I'm doing at a pretty good clip, but I still need you guys to watch. I still need you guys to support. And I promise, even when I'm on the road in the different cities that I'm going to be in, I will try to bring you guys footage and still bring you content while I'm out. I actually just got some stuff from Amazon today where I'm going to upgrade my laptop, the RAM, and also the hard drive, and so that my laptop is as powerful as this desktop that I'm using right now. Okay. Why is this so tough on my eyes? Please tell me I got something a little bit. Let's try this. Because I'm blind, Joe. Yep, that didn't help much. All right, we're going to use this one instead, okay? All right, hold up. Actually. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up on the screen. Please follow along. I'm gonna bring up the screen so you guys can read it for right now. All right. And then I'll do like the put me in the corner so y'all can hear my commentary as we go along. But I'm gonna get this thing started real quick. Actually, let's just do that. Okay. My best friend told my husband I cheated and he's leaving. So the best friend is 42, she's 42, and her husband is 44. Okay. Now we're gonna go there. I'm going to switch this off to the next one. Hold on, let me get back to this so I can read it because I'm blind, y'all. Do I have my reading glasses here? Let's see, let's get these things going. Go ahead. Mr. Johnson, okay. Oh, Mr. Johnson. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I miss doing that character, Mr. Johnson, but we got to move on and get serious about this thing, okay? So let's get on to the story. I'm going to bring it back up again. I'll go ahead right and say the obvious. I deserve this. I'm the villain. It's my fault. I know. So here's a woman right here actually taking accountability for her actions on what's about to be told. You guys are going to want to hear this story, I promise you. But my goodness, I can't handle this. I'm posting here in hopes that someone has advice on how to win back a betrayed spouse. Back in 2001, yes, 20 years ago, I was young and dumb and did something horrible. I had been with my husband, boyfriend at the time, for 5 years at that point. We grew up in the same hometown, part of the same friend group as kids, and fell in love in high school. We've been together ever since. So this is a couple that has known each other for a very long time. They had that high school love. They known each other. It was comfortable. After college, however, I got into my head that my relationship was holding me down, stifling my self-expression. Let's talk about this real quick. So there's a number of women that will feel, and I've heard this. I know people that's high school sweethearts and stuff like that, right? And the one thing that they think is that they're missing out on something. So you find somebody that you've been jiving with, you've been with, they've been in your corner, you love them, you know who they are. And especially in today's society where it tells you where women are getting the impression that they're missing out on something. Men start to, and I'll be real, we men, especially when we're younger, feel like we're missing out on the next woman, the next hot chick, the next person we can get, the next person we can bag. Okay? For women that are going through this and you've been with the same person, you feel like maybe you haven't had enough experiences. Maybe there's somebody out there, another Mr. Right. Maybe you get a little older and you feel like your taste have changed, whatever it is. But society will tell you that monkey branch to monkey branch to get to the next person that is next up on the hypergamy chart. And that's what society tells us. First of all, let me get in here because we always do shout outs for the gents. What up to my boy Richie Mack in the house, Zoom to Thailand. Man, look, for all the gents that know, I don't have to do any introductions. You know who this guy is. But if you're new to the channel or you don't know who's no Zoom to Thailand, go check out that brother's channel. He's over in Thailand doing big things, making big moves. And he's a very good friend of mine. And I'm going to say it like he said, we share the same eyes. It's my cousin over there. And thank you, brother, for all that you do for me, right? And just so you know, brother, we're talking about how your girlfriend's girlfriend, or your woman's girlfriend can ruin your relationship. We're going to get back to that in a second. We have my good friend Karen. Make sure you go check out her channel, House of Chill. Go check that out over there. She's always doing good stuff like that. And I appreciate her, one of my longest friends online, right, that I've kept up with, right? And I appreciate everything about it. Everybody's giving love to Richie Mack, all right? So we're going to get back into this story, or we're going to get back into this talk. So women will feel like they're missing out. And so you might be with somebody for a while, and this don't have to do with just high school sweethearts. You could be with your woman for a while, and she could look and see if the grass is greener. Now, do men do this? Men absolutely do this, but we do it for kind of different reasons, right? Men, we do it on more shallow reasons, more like, again, more of our base desires, and for women, it's a base desire too, to desire to have somebody that you can get onto the next branch of hypergamy, somebody that can make you have a little bit more come up than where you're at, somebody maybe that's a little bit more exciting than where you're at. You understand? All right. Karen says, I love Sean. He's the best. That's right. Richie Mack, take your flowers, brother. I appreciate you. Okay. So we're going to get back to the story. Fortunately, I got to put my damn reading glasses on here. Let me right hand. Okay. Okay. We doing good? Okay. All right. So we're going to get back to the story. Let's get back. Where was I at? Oh, okay. She talked about being at college and she felt like her relationship was holding her back. My best friend Julia agreed with the sentiment. So she had a best friend. She said, man, I don't know. I've been with this dude for all this time and I feel like he holding me back. I feel like I don't know what's out there. Okay. I don't even know. And her best friend agreed. You know what? You've been with him forever. He is holding you back, girl. You know what? You know what he is. You know he tired. He come home, he do the same things, okay? He do the same things, okay? So together we go out clubbing, leaving our boyfriends at home. We wouldn't do anything bad, but still there was the thrill to knowing that guys were looking at us. Gents, what have we talked about on this channel? And you guys, a lot of you guys always say this, Lucis, T-Mac, right? Mr. Jackson, all you guys always say this in the comments. You guys always talk about, and we always talk about it in this channel when we talk about the modern women needing attention. So here it is. This dude is holding me back. Your best friend. Y'all remember that clip earlier with the girl, the two Hispanic chicks talking about when your girl gets out of a relationship and now the club and the streets is calling her back? That's just what happened. Yo, he's holding you back. So let's just go out. We ain't gonna do nothing bad. We kind of still with him, but you gotta get out. And you gotta be able to get out there, girl. Okay, just to be able to see. We just want a little attention. Women, when is it so bad that a good man at home that you've been with that has your back and love you isn't good enough. Are women today, modern women, so hungry for attention that they will ruin their own good relationships with good men? I'm sorry if your dude is boring. That dude is going out and he working. And is that any excuse not to be a supportive and loving husband that is doing things with you? No, it is not. However, get out of your feelings. Recognize what you have. The grass is not greener. I said Mr. Jackson, and look who showed up or was already here. Mr. Jackson, I want to give a shout out to you, brother. Thank you for being here. Always appreciate what you lay down here. And Mr. Jackson says, single women keep women single. Ooh, ooh. We're going to get back into the story because it gets juicier, you guys. You're going to want to know what's going on. Okay? So her friend agreed with the sentiment. Together we go out clubbing, leaving our boyfriends at home. So they had their boyfriends at times. They just felt like they were missing out. So they wanted to be able to get out and go out with their girls. Now listen, some of you may not have a problem. I have always never been a boyfriend that had a problem with my girl going out. I will tell you that at any point, if I'm in a relationship with you and I feel jealous, or I feel that you're making me jealous, especially women that try to make me jealous because they want that type of attention, I would rather leave than to feel jealous. If you get me to jealousy, and some women want their men to show a little jealousy, but if I'm at the point where I'm just overly jealous and being in my emotions, you are gone. Because that's toxic. And that's drama. And the gents, we don't have time to operate in that type of jealousy. That'll get us killed. Do you understand? Let me get back to the comments real quick. Lucy says, men can operate as a lone wolf and in a pack. Modern women operate in a monolithic group. They move in hive mind to their detriment. Lucis, I talked about that, the hive mind. I talked about groupthink. I talked about that when we talked about the Space Shuttle Challenger and the problems that led up to it exploding. It was groupthink, hive mind, that allowed it, that there was an issue. And you've seen what the issue was, and the hive mind is what caused the problems that led to the Challenger, the Thresher, the Scorpion. Two of those were submarines and one was a space shuttle. And maybe even the Columbia is what Dave talked about earlier. Groupthink is dangerous. Hive mind is dangerous. Dude, let's see what T-Mac says. I had to keep my words in check. The sisterhood is more powerful than Congress. Damn, T-Mac, off the top rope again as always. All right, y'all, man, look, the gents come with it, and that's what I love. But let's get back to this story because I don't want to hold y'all up. Okay? Together we go out clubbing, leaving our boyfriends at home. We wouldn't do anything bad, but there was still the thrill of knowing that guys were looking at us, needing that attention. Well, as they say, never play with fire. That's right. You will get burnt. The more we party, the more Julia would want to cheat. Oh, let's jump back real quick. The more we partied, the more her friend wanted to cheat. That's your girlfriend. That's your girlfriend that's been your friend for life, taking you into bad situations. Now, dude, some of us dudes might have that dude that's like, yo, man, just go on and do it, man. They don't mean nothing like that. When you have real brothers, though, they're going to speak truth to you. You understand? They're going to speak truth to you to make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing. Holding each other accountable. My brothers hold me accountable. I hold my brothers accountable. And especially as you get older, we should be holding each other to even a higher standard because we don't have time. We don't have time to be messing around. Now, to be fair, they were younger, but this is her girlfriend. Wanting to go to the club to get attention. Attention is fine. Now, ooh, girl, that dude is fine. Ooh, girl, I want a little taste. I want a little piece. I just want to be able to dance with him. Oh, I just want him to look at me. Playing with fire. Let's get back to the story. The more we party, the more Julia would want to cheat. Eventually, she started making out with guys at the club. So, oh, it's not that bad. You know, modern women today don't think that's cheating. I saw something on that where a modern was like, "Oh, we're only kissing. That's not really cheating." Do you know that's the same thing that men used to get flack for back in the day? If you just kissed a girl, you can grind on a girl and you cheated. You can just look at a girl sideways. Nowadays, for women, it's a double standard. Girls will text their male friends, they will text their ex-boyfriends, but let you like one girl on Instagram that was in a bikini or something. You cheated. Cheater. Cheater. I digress. And I'm ashamed to say that for a few nights, I did the same. She allowed the groupthink to get her in there, dancing with guys and kissing them. Now, I put a stop to this after a few such incidents. I felt disgusted with myself, with her, with these strangers I was kissing. And most of all, I felt horrible about cheating on the love of my life. I told her that I couldn't hang out with her anymore if she was going to continue her cheating ways. She understood, and she put a stop to it as well. Of course, all my moral indignation didn't give me the courage to actually fess up to what I did. So we kept it our secret. When we talked about those secrets, man, women are really good at keeping those secrets between themselves. Men, we are terrible. We do not have a good poker face when it comes to that. T-Mac says there would be fewer unmarried women if more women held each other accountable when it comes to keeping a man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get back to another comment. Bobby Mackey, first of all, thank you very much, brother, for being here at the Simsational Gent. Thank you. I appreciate you being here, and I see what you got to add to the conversation, Bobby. Women say that they want your attention, but I haven't found one that can handle my full attention. Ooh, ooh. Bobby, what you're talking about, men, when we are on our purpose and we have done the work and we are opening ourselves to give our full attention to the woman that we love and care about, that woman will say there's no good dudes or men don't care about relationships or marriage. Man, the dude that is willing to give you his full attention and loves you unconditionally. The problem is men today they can't give their heart out like that, especially now with these modern women. Men, that's what, I don't know if you're talking about partially about that, Bobby, but a lot of men aren't willing to give their full attention because they do not feel that the modern woman is worth that full attention, because we get no return on the investment of giving you our full selves. At least that's the way men feel. Again, remember, this is a channel for men to voice their opinion and their feelings, and we will always, always be that platform. So ladies, if you're listening, I want you to understand men feel this way. They don't feel like they can give their full attention to the modern woman because if they do, the return on investment is it's not worth it. Why? It's going to cause us so much distress, pain, money, time that we're tired of it, especially men that have done the work. We don't have time for this. So Bobby says modern women, zero. Yep. Zero return on investment. You're absolutely correct, man. And it's rare. I'm not saying all women, because they're all like, look, there's some roses out there. But our overall feeling, ladies, is that we just don't see it. We just don't see it. We just rather be by ourselves, man, and deal with that. No return on investment, man. I'd rather be by myself. What about y'all? Type of one in there, gents. Would you rather be by yourself, or would you rather, if you gave all your attention, knowing that you're not going to get no return on investment? If you'd rather be by yourself, put a 1 in the chat right now. Okay? Let's get back to the story, though. So she said she put a stop to it. She felt disgusted. She told her friend, if she don't put a stop to it, she ain't gonna be her friend no more. But she never told her dude. Now she tells you skip 20 years later. Let me see if let me bring up this third article. I don't think we're there yet. Okay, let me get back to the other one. I normally don't like y'all to see that behind the scenes, but I just it's easier just for me to done that. All right, so skip 20 years later. This woman is now married. Oh, the gents all agree. Yeah, man, we don't want to, bro. If you listen to this, the gents have spoken because we all just want peace, man. We want to know, we just want peace, man. We done been through so much. We got to go out these streets every day, worrying if we gonna come home, worrying if we, man, it's just so much we got to deal with. So men that have put in the work and you ain't gonna get no return on investment, man, just leave me alone, man. You know what I mean? If you ain't gonna give me return on my investment, just leave me alone. And here's the thing: mature man ain't gonna mess up your stuff either. Like, man, I ain't gonna talk to you. I'd rather not talk to you. Just don't waste my time, man. You know? And let's be upfront about what we want. Real men also tell you what they want. Look, I ain't looking for nothing serious. If you can deal with that, good. If you can't, leave. We're gonna be real with it. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm gonna get off the soapbox, gents. I've hence married that boyfriend. So she married the dude that she was with that she cheated on, and he's my husband now. We have 4 children, 18 to 14 range. Or they must have twins or something. Over these 20 years, my best friend has practically faded out of the dating pool entirely. So that best friend just stopped. Now here's the thing. Wait till y'all hear what I tell about gents. Watch, gents, what I read. She has a successful business of her own, inherited from her family. She has dedicated her life to running it. Her social life essentially is hanging out with me or my husband and sometimes babysitting the kids. Now she has a business. She has gotten out of the dating pool. She's inherited money from her family. You don't hear anything in this article, and I will not read anything in this article about her having her own family. Who is that, gents? I'm going to type in the chat. I rarely do this because I don't have time to do it. Who this sounds like? Let me know what y'all think. What does that sound like? That's what it sounds like. The modern, independent woman who don't need no man, who put their business above their families. T-Mac says, life is so much more peaceful and you save so much money. You know what? And even if you don't save money, gents, which you should be, you should work on that, right? I'm doing the same thing. But man, if you by yourself and you get that peace, even if you decide to spend the money on yourself, man, that's a good thing. Absolutely. T-Mac says facts, career over family. Okay, so this is the modern woman that we're talking about that will put career over family. And now she's hanging with them. They have a family. She's all they know. And that's okay to have a good friend that y'all know. But we about to see what the trouble is here in a little bit, you guys. Oh, let me see what Mr. Jackson said. Ms. Jackson says she's just working herself. Isn't that the excuse? That's another one. I guess. I don't even know if she's saying that. Look, notice that the lady who wrote this said that she has dedicated her life to it. So that sounds like a dude to me, because I don't know about you guys. Y'all know part of the reason why I'm starting my travels, not just because I'm not like really and truly, I'm not leaving the country because I'm tired of the modern women. That's like such a small percentage of why I'm leaving. And I will be doing a video on that, gents, before I leave the country. I'm going to put together a video. Please support that video. But it's going to be called, it should be a title, something like Why I'm Leaving. Now I'm going to change it up a little bit because everybody puts why I'm leaving. I'm going to tell y'all my reasons that I'm leaving the country. It will include part of that, but it has a whole bunch of other reasons. Please support that when it comes out. All right. But it's that they don't think about family till it's too late. But that's a whole nother topic. We know about that. We've seen that writing on the wall, that this woman doesn't have the life of her own. So she's going to do two things. She's going to try to scramble to find a husband, or if she doesn't, she'll die alone. But there's a third option, and we're going to read it right here in the story. Y'all ready for this? Well, it turns out that she has gotten so chummy with my husband that one night in February of this year, she had too much to drink. She ended up spilling our little cheating incidents back in the day. She didn't mention that I only did it 4 times, kissing 4 different guys in total. Understandably, she doesn't remember those specifics. She just remembered that she cheated for almost an entire year and remembers I was doing generally the same. Her friend, first of all, the woman that wrote this was out of town with her kids, or a couple of her kids. Okay. Her best friend was over at the house drinking with her husband. Anybody see the problem with that? Anybody see the problem with that? Listen, I've been chummy with some of my ex's friends. And listen, I'm gonna tell you, those situations where you're alone with them, it's really easy to mess up. It's really easy to mess up. This should not have happened. I know she didn't think much about it, but if you read between the lines, that woman had nothing else but that career. She pretty much exited the dating market. She didn't have any kids of her own that I can tell. But she's chummy with that lady's husband. Any of y'all see the problem with that? I don't know about it, but like I feel like there's something wrong with that. T-Mac says, I need to leave the country before one of these raggedy modern women. T-Mac, you need to go on and get the snip snip. Get that snip snip. A lot of dudes are doing it. She probably got smashed after she spilled the beans. Well, T-Mac, I'll let you guys hear the rest of the story and decide for yourself. Lucy says, got drunk and spilled the tea. Nope. BFF was making the move and purposely attempted to destroy the marriage. Ooh, the gents are on it tonight. Bobby says, problem. Mr. Jackson says, facts. All right, let's get with the story, because you guys jumping ahead, okay? You guys are jumping ahead of the story, but y'all can read on the screen. Let's get back to it. Right? To make matters worse, she said this while my oldest son was upstairs. Her son heard everything. I was away for the weekend with our 3 other kids visiting my parents, and my poor husband had to calm my son down, also trying to make sense of what Julia was telling him. So she was drunk and rattling off at the mouth about something that had happened 20 years earlier. And some of you guys alluded to this. Y'all don't think it was an accident. Y'all don't think it was an accident. I agree with you guys. We're going to get more into the story. We're going to discuss that here in a little bit. I never knew that the night I left would be the last time the love of my life would ever kiss me. So this woman was over by her house, shouldn't have been, drinking with her husband while she was gone. Spilled the beans about something that happened 20 years earlier. And now that husband no longer wanted to be intimate with his wife that he grew up with, that he knew. But it gets worse. It gets worse, gents. Let me go ahead, switch scenes real quick. Please bear with me. Okay, we're going to go back to it. All right. So I told you about the son being upstairs. She said, I came home the next day and my husband sat me down and asked me point blank if I ever cheated on him. I could tell from the look in his eyes he knew everything. I admitted that I had. He was so calm that it scared me. Oh man, gents, y'all know that point. Like some dudes pop off. Some dudes like to pop off. And if you're watching this channel and you not haven't done the work on yourself and you one of those dudes that tend to just pop off, yeah, you're gonna get angry, you're gonna get mad. But gents, once you get to that point where you have done the work on yourself and you have that peace within yourself, you will get eerily calm. And you will just be like, I'd rather just leave. I'd rather not be here than for this to escalate into something that is going to turn violent or get us all in our emotions. Don't need none of that. Gone. Bobby says, paperwork finalized, ending my entrapment, passport in hand. Brother, facts, live your best life. That's right. Congratulations, too. That's right. Ending my entrapment. Ooh, yeah, I was there too, brother. I have stories for you to tell. But we're going to get back to this story real quick because I don't want to hold y'all up. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? So he sat her down. I was afraid for his well-being. He's usually so proud and charismatic. And that day, he just looked serene, detached from our relationship, detached from me. He told me that he wants a DNA test on all our children, which should be mandatory. Should be mandatory for all kids, but that's not legislation. Guess there's not equality going on. Which, of course, I agreed to because they're his. He's the only man I ever slept with. We waited for the test results for 1 week, and my son wanted nothing to do with me at the time. So not only was the husband disgusted by it, her eldest son was like, I'm done. I can't believe my mom would do this to my dad. So obviously, for a son to feel that strong, that must have been a good man. Do you understand? Because if the dad was a piece of crap, then he would have took up for his mom. But he went for his dad. So he felt betrayed that his dad was a good dude probably, or at least handling his business, and probably felt betrayed. All right. When the results came back, I thought that we could finally start on rebuilding our foundation of trust. I had all the energy in the world to put into our marriage and to show my man that I was worth his time and love. The day the results came back, he told me he wanted a divorce. All right. We have been separated since March of this year. He has purchased a condo in downtown area of our city. My oldest two children spend 100% of their time there. Oldest children feel betrayed by their mom. While my youngest twins split, they were twins. See, I call it, like 14 and 14. While my youngest twins split time with me and with him. He refuses to go to marital counseling. Our jurisdiction has a 6-month wait before a divorce can be finalized, and that expired in October. So as of October 23rd, I'm a 42-year-old divorcee with 4 kids, 2 of which hate me, and others see me as the reason that their lives were upturned. Wow. All of this because of the woman that was in her life, her so-called best friend. Women, gotta watch out who's in your life. Gotta watch out how close that you keep the women next to your dudes. Dudes, we have to watch out sometime how close our dudes are with our girl. Oh yeah. Even dudes will break man code if they haven't done the work. Okay? So, I cut Julia out of my life. I know this wasn't her fault. I know I was the one who chose to lie, and I deserve the consequences. This is a woman that is actually taking accountability of her actions, but what choice does she have? What choice does she have? What's done is done. Take accountability for your actions, gents, if you have such things, and just move on. Put in the work on yourself. Find your purpose. live your best life. Put the work in yourself, work on your purpose, live your best life. Okay? And Bobby talking about it right now. So good for you. Let me get back to this. T-Max says, Bobby, plantation life is in the West is played. Yes, it is, son. Lucius says, well, she should have cut her best friend off when she got married. Single-minded women are terrorists. Matter of fact, Lucius, there is no reason, gents, listen up. There is no reason that a woman who was so quick to have you out in the clubs ready to cheat and who went on and still did it for a year after you quit should have been alone around your husband. A woman who has no dating life of her own, who's around your kids, looks at her kids, your kids as her own, has no man. Chummy with your man. Your man becomes her man, kinda. And like some of the gents said, this woman probably had already been plotting this. This woman had no problem slipping this out. Because misery loves company. Crabs in a barrel. Misery loves company. Let's get back to it. Oh, hold on. Let me get back to you guys. I told you I want to hear what y'all say. So Lucy says, I don't do close relationships with opposite genders. I party like they did prior to the 60s. Men in parlor, women in the lounge. You know, again, I do have female best friends, but I know where our relationship is at. And I'm okay with that. I'm not going to give up those long-lasting relationships, try to prove that men and women can't be friends, because I don't necessarily believe in that fully. But I'll give you a good example, Lucis, on where I'm at with my female friends. One of my closest friends actually recently got a dude that she really liked. She did the whole post, or like the change in the picture, and I backed off. And I backed off because I always feel like this. If my female friends get in new relationships, new boyfriends, engagements, I am backing off. Does it mean we're not friends? No. But I don't want to give your man any impression that I am there to put any wedges between them and between each other. I'm not there to break up your relationship. If anything, I'm a good friend. I want my female friends to be happy and to find, if they find love, then I'm happy for them. I have another friend that we used to be tight, and she finally had a baby. A little bit later in life, she had a baby. I'm not upset. I'm happy for her. Do we speak? No. But I still got that love to make sure, look, man, she got a baby. I knew she wanted to be a mom. That's real recognizing real right there, man. Real friends love their friends unconditionally. I don't need nothing from you. I want you to be fine. But in this case, gents, in this particular story, this woman had an agenda. You all believe it. The more you read it, I believe it. And that's why I wanted you guys to hear this story. Let's conclude this real quick. Where was I at? I know I was the one who chose a lie and deserved the consequences, but I still associate my life's total ruin to her. Of course, she does have some blame for it. It's not to say you don't take accountability for your actions, but you know where there's some blame there. Real quick, let me jump to this. Mr. Jackson said, that's just showing respect. Of course, man. Like, I don't want my female. Look, and I'm a tall dude. Look, I'm a 6'3", 4", 240-pound dude, man. I get around my female friends as dudes or certain people, and I see the look in their dudes' eyes, and I have to calm their dudes down. Like, bro, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Okay? You ain't got nothing to worry about. I am not trying to be up in there and ruin your relationship. I am not here for that. I want peace in my life. And I mean total peace. I am not going to ruin somebody's relationship for my loins, okay? That's child stuff now. We've gone past that. Gents, we on that higher level stuff now. So it just sucks. It sucks when people don't get that. Matter of fact, that friend that got that boyfriend to change her picture and everything, her dude seen some older text that we had from long ago, because I don't know why he was going through her phone. And I told her, I said, look, delete me. If you really love him, delete me. I will always be your friend, but I ain't gonna ruin your relationship. Not like this homewrecker in this story. Let's get back to it. And just last weekend, one of my younger kids mentioned that Julia has been sleeping over at my husband's condo. I am incensed with jealousy and hatred for her and anguish at this whole situation. I need to win him back. This isn't how our lives are supposed to end. We have worked so damn hard to build our home, and he can't share it with he can't share it at all with her. While I wait, and he can share it with her while I ride out here in the cold. Even the thought of calling him my ex makes me shrivel up and disappear. I'm done with the story. You guys get the point. Gents, at the end of the day, this woman had her best friend, so-called best friend, spilled the beans. You guys called it. You guys said it. You guys said this woman had another agenda. As you read through the story, she has no boyfriend, no personal life out there, seeing that this dude is taking care of her family or taking care of his family, good with his kids probably, right? The kids took his side. And she didn't have any of that. She goes in and gets chummy with her husband, and now she's sleeping over at the condo. Supposedly they hadn't done anything, but we all know that they did something. We know it. There's no doubt. You're not going to sit here and tell me that they didn't bump uglies. And you're not going to tell me that this friend who was so promiscuous before, who did this to you, did not sleep with her husband. And now this family is irrevocably broken. It's broken. And I don't think this woman mean wrong. Look, listen, gents, I know we get on these women about certain things, but I don't think this woman meant wrong. Did she fuck up? Yes. Who hasn't messed up? If you guys haven't messed up, that's good on you. I've messed up. I can admit it. I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect here. I've been everybody. I've done all of it. So I can empathize with this woman for messing up. But man, to have it be your best friend of so many years, to cause the utter destruction of this family of 6. I can sit here and say I think the husband was a little harsh to just go straight to divorce after she only kissed. But who knows what that best friend told that husband? Who knows what she said to him? Who knows what lies she told so that she essentially, look at that crap. I just kicked the crap out of that camera. Who knows what lies she told her husband, her best friend's husband, to get him to go straight to divorce, to get him to break up the family, to get him so disgusted with what he heard from her that he could not look at his wife in the face, that he could not kiss his wife again, that he did not think it was worth staying in that family or keeping the family intact. That dude had given himself to her since they were younger, and he was sick to his stomach. My uncle just told me a recent story too, that he found out something about his ex and how he could not look at her. And he just upped and left. He said, Neff, I looked at her and I just couldn't do it. I dedicated myself to this woman. Like, you know about me in marriage, I just couldn't stay in a house with a woman that thought so less of me to cheat. So I won't say that he's wrong for his feelings. Because when we love, people like to say, oh, men don't got no feelings. We have feelings. We don't. And he went cold. He went cold. So when we're at that point, it's done. Henry says, I'm far from perfect. I'm always saying it. I make mistakes. Brother, I do too. I'm not claiming to be here perfect, you guys. I know I put a lot of videos out about the modern women, but it's through my mistakes, and it's through my mistakes, but it's also through the work that I've put on myself over these years that I try to put out this information the way I do. Because first and foremost, gents, I want you all to put in the work on yourselves. Purpose, right? I say the same things because I firmly believe in my heart it is those things that have allowed me to get to where I'm at right now today, to have the peace of mind that I have today. And I know there's some young cats that watch this stuff. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit that like button. I know that you have to put in the work. We're not perfect, Henry, but we should be striving to be. We should be striving to be the best version of ourselves, even when we fall. We're going to fall, man. We're going to fall. But always be putting in that work. And so I actually sympathize for this woman to lose her family, who she was doing everything. Like, let's say that best friend never said anything. Yeah, she was holding that lie and that secret, because women have secrets. Could I have lived with that secret? Her kissing a couple dudes and dancing in the club? Crap. With modern women today, I expect that. I expect it. That's just giving. You know what I mean? That's a normal night out dealing with a modern woman. If you still, because some brothers ain't gonna be able to get away. Some women, some dudes have to date here in the States. You know, not everybody can get away. Not everybody can retire. Not everybody can get out of the country and live outside of the country. So if you find yourself doing that and you got to come back in the States and deal with it, finding out your woman was at the club kissing and getting attention from dudes, we know that that is par for the course for the modern woman. You can't get mad at that, gents. Really, you can't. But letting that best friend in there and ruining your shit, yo, a wild year though. That's a lot of kissing, bro. Yeah, but there's the thing. She said I didn't do it that much. And obviously the friend kept doing it. She said, look, if you're going to continue, and remember the early part of the story, she said, if you're going to continue to do this, then we can't hang out with each other. So at least she put that out there. But that girl, that other woman was probably still out there doing what she was doing, lying to her girl. I'm saying that friend wasn't a real friend. Watch who you got in your life, people. That's all of y'all. Men, women, watching who your life. Watch what they do. Lucy says, here's a woman that life has been destroyed by a quote unquote, I'm gonna put the quotes there, Lucy's loyal friend, to a miserable modern woman, sad. Facts spoken right there, Lucis. And again, for you women that are listening, I empathize with that woman. That family was doing okay, obviously. And this modern woman best friend who working on her career, right? We see this all the time, and not right, gents? They work on their career. They ain't got no family they own. They ain't got no men they own. They get older. They're in their 40s. So now this woman probably feels like she was missing out. And instead of going finding her own dude, you going to sleep with your... You ruined her life. And then, okay, I ruined it. And now you're going to go back and sleep with dude? And he was probably vulnerable because he feel like, oh, you fessed up to me. You were truthful. She lied to me. When the best friend held the lie just as long as the original woman did. Yo, this is some, man, that's why I brought y'all this story. I said, man, the gent's gonna love it. And I decided to do it as a live stream tonight because I could not think about how to condense this story to make it, to put it in a video. I mean, if y'all want more stories like that, I come across them all the time. And I want to be able to dissect them with you all because you all gents make the show. It's your guys' comments and stuff that people are going to be able to look back months and years from now, and they're going to see the conversations that we all have with each other. And maybe it might be some young dude that we can help. Maybe it might be some older dude who's been married, going through a divorce, and might need our wisdom and what we're saying. So if you guys don't mind, I'll do some stories like this, and we can do a breakdown of these stories. I'll continue bringing stories like this on the live stream. But this is man, this is egregious. This family was ruined on this. So Lucis bring up a sad saying, you know, again, I empathize. My heart aches for this woman. My heart aches for this woman. That family, it's a family destroyed. And look, in the Black community, we see our families destroyed all the time. Can you imagine something that simple destroying a successful Black family? Right? We trying to keep our families together. If we let the girl's best friend come in there and ruin that, man, you know, that's petty to let that happen. 4 beautiful kids, almost damn near grown. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? I had to bring y'all that story. Anyway, you guys been sitting around. I don't want to belay the point. If y'all have any thoughts on that one, let me know. Now listen, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a giveaway. So I have a couple weeks left here before I'm gonna be on the road for a while, and I'm gonna do shows on the road. I'm about to work on my laptop after this is done and upgrade the memory and stuff, so it's just as powerful as that. So I will be able to do editing on the road. I will be able to do all of this. I have my notepad right here, so I'm gonna have the whole Kevin Samuel setup going on in the future. Y'all gonna have to bear with me through that, okay? Because your boy, technologically, I mean, I can do a little work on some computers. I can do a little work. But let me tell y'all what I'm gonna do for you guys. Here's how you guys can win this stuff. Actually, let me show you first. So if you're new, hit that like button right now so we can let people know that this chat is going on. I was stationed on 3 boats. This was my second boat, the USS Alabama. And this patch is worth about like 15, 20 bucks, I believe. But it's from the actual USS Alabama submarine, okay? I am giving you this patch as a part of this giveaway. 4 lucky winners will get this patch that came off of the actual USS Alabama. Now, if you hold on to this patch, there are people that have memorabilia that like this kind of stuff. You may be able to get more money for it. I don't even know. But I want you to know that this came from the actual USS Alabama, the submarine I was stationed on for 3 years, okay? And the other things are the same, but they're different, okay? I have for you these bracelets. It's unisex bracelets, but it's also men's bracelets that my wrist is big, so that you can keep for yourself or give as a gift to somebody else. I don't care, but it has a value, 10 to 20 bucks, depends on the time. Right, me and my uncle sell these type of things, right? So we have those. Also, we have a different color. We have the black. What is it kind of? What was this one right here? I used to know the stones in it, but I have one like that one, and some of them have different colors. But so I'm going to give you, right? I'm going to give you this USS Alabama patch and 4 of these bracelets, okay? For a total between 50, maybe 50 or 100 bucks, depends on, because sometimes you can get more for those bracelets, okay? I'm going to give that to my loyal viewers. Now you want to know, how can you win this stuff? I'm about to tell you right now. All right, let's see what you guys say in the chat real quick. I want to give a shout out to my boy Jerome. Him and I grew up together since we was kids. You know, guys, we talked about best friends, and we talked about brother. I told you how I'm my brothers in life. Told you guys how I have people in my life that I consider my brothers, and I hope they consider me their brother as well, okay? Jerome is one of those brothers that him and I talk on a regular basis. We still kept up even since we were kids, and we still got each other's back, and I'm grateful for you, Jerome. Thank you for being in my life, brother. I love you to death, and thank you. That's all I can say about that. Lucy says, I love the bracelets. Well, Lucy, if you want to win it, I'm going to tell y'all in 1 second how you guys can win it. Bobby says, thank you for your service. Thank you, Bobby. I really appreciate that. You know, as much as I had my ups and downs in the military, it made me who I am today. And it is the reason, after working on myself and working on my purpose, is allowing me the opportunity to be able to travel. And so I'm grateful for that. And I hope I am able to bring you guys the content and the things that you guys want to see when I'm out in town. I'm going to have polls and stuff. I'm going to ask you what kind of content you want to see while I'm living. I'm going to go to Mexico first, so I'm going to let y'all do a poll, figure out the kind of stuff y'all want, so I can bring to you guys the stuff y'all want to see, if that makes sense. Okay. And then Jerome says, no problem, my brother. Man, look, that's all I'm going to say. You know, man, look, you're one of my longest friends, man. I that's all I'm gonna say about that. Agreed. Made me the man I am today. Oh, thank you for your service as well, Bobby. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you a joke real quick, Bobby. I'm gonna tell you a joke. I know Master Chiefs. I was in the Chiefs quarters, right? I was an E7. So I was a chief, sorry. We never say E7, but I was a chief. And so we all say when we retire, right? We say, man, why didn't I retire out of the Air Force? I always say my golf game would be a lot better. Man, my golf game would be a lot better. And then T-Mac says Army vet. Again, thank you all for your service. Anybody that's watching this, that's hearing this live stream or watching this as a pre-recorded video, I want to thank you all for your service. We have a different perspective on life. I think that we take a lot less BS because we're like, man, we've been through it, right? Especially if you've been on deployments, you've been on deployments, underways, all these different things. You just know how tough it gets. And to be here right now alive and to be a part of this and have a bunch of brothers and sisters that may have gone through what we've gone through, man, words have no saying for that. What part of Mexico? T-Mac, I'm going to go to Cancun first. It depends on how I like that. My uncle also was telling me about Playa del Carmen because you can walk around there a little bit. But I'm just going to get down there, kind of get my feet wet. I've been to Mexico before, right? I've been out of the country there. But the reason why I'm going there is because you know how your phone works between Mexico and Canada. And right now, just to make sure my family is okay with it, just to get the feel. Also to get my Spanish a little bit better. It'll allow me also to be able to take care of some business, to be close enough to the States, just in case some things go on. And then once I'm comfortable doing that, then you'll see me in other countries kind of doing what Ace Live does. I'm so sorry, Richie Mack, if you're still somewhere near in the building. Sorry I couldn't make that live stream, but brother is packing right now. You guys can't see the suitcases and all the stuff everywhere, but I'm packing and trying to get out this condo. But once I get settled in, you guys will know it. You guys will see it. And I'll do a poll to see what kind of stuff you guys want me to put on there. Again, I'm going to start off down in Mexico, come back, see all my friends and family, and then I'll go to whatever my next country is. We'll figure it out then, okay? I'm ready to take my trip. It's long overdue. Been working very hard. I know, brother, you and I had that talk that night. Thank you for calling me. Thank you. I mean, I'm glad I was able to be there for you to have those type of talks. I'm telling you right now, gents, that's my brother right there. Like, we still talk about deep stuff, and we need brothers like that. That's why I encourage you to have these conversations here on this channel. I am your brother. This channel is yours. Speak your mind. Whether I agree or disagree, we're going to talk about it here. This is a place for you to have the outlet to voice your opinions. And we can talk about it on the other side. Whether you're right or wrong, we're going to hold each other accountable to those things. Another thing, Mr. Jack says, oh, we got a Marine Corps. We got Marine Corps in the house. Definitely a major part of my character. Absolutely. So did I just not see? Correct me if I'm wrong, gents. Navy. I see Air Force there. We have Marine. And we have the Army representative. The only thing I don't see in here is the Coast Guard in the Space Force. We don't have the Space Force represented right now. What are we doing? What are we doing? We got the Space Force represented. All right. T-Mac says, nice. Mazatlan is gold mine celebrity status. Oh, you know what? I'll have to go check it out. Now, does Mazatlan have like the they ain't got them big ass mosquitoes, or am I thinking of where am I thinking of? Tulum? Tulum got the mosquitoes, something like that. Let me know down in the chat, man. Man, I gotta get to this. Dave, I didn't have the ring glasses on so long. Now I gotta keep them on. Looking forward to seeing your travels, Sean. Have a great time beginning in Cancun. Playa is great too. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I was in Cancun before, you know, and really there was so much more to see and do. The difference is instead of just staying there like a normal vacation, I'm gonna be living there. And so there's gonna be a great opportunity for me to learn more about myself, finally living in a place outside of the States, not visiting. Does that make sense? So, because I don't feel like I got nothing out of my trips. I can say nothing, but you know, to me, you got duty and stuff like that when you go out of town. It's just crazy. I got to laugh with Mr. Jackson. Space Force. Am I wrong for laughing about that? You guys are all vets. Like, I'm not, okay, I don't want to disparage anybody who was made to go over to the Space Force because that is a branch of service and we should respect the men and women that go over to the Space Force. However, it's almost like NASA became a branch of the military. And maybe that might have been the smart thing. But I know that NASA had a lot of Air Force, right? Am I correct on that? So I'm not disparaging what they're doing because, and this is me putting a tinfoil hat on myself real quick, okay? Real quick. But why are these billionaires trying to go out to space? Y'all ever ask yourself that question? Why are they so gung-ho to go to space? Is there something they know that we don't know? Has climate change gotten so, if you believe or don't believe, I'm not trying to start this time debate. I'm just trying to say about going to space. Is something about to happen? Is there aliens or something? Y'all remember that summer it was showing the flying saucers all around the country and stuff? I don't know if that was a hoax or not. But is there something we don't know? I don't know. I'm just saying. We Star Trek. Hey, Star Trek was Navy though. It was like a combination of like Navy and kind of like Marines, kind of ish, right? But mainly like Navy type thing is vessels. Army twice. Thank you for your service, Dave. I always tell you that. Thank you, brother, for being here. Jerome says Air Force and Navy. Lots of Navy at Stennis. Yeah, absolutely. We Star Trek now. Man, I was like not quite on rank wise, but if y'all want to know my Star Trek equivalent, I was like Geordie LaForge back in the engine room. We have a coolant leak, Captain. We have a coolant leak. With the visors on and shit. Anyway. All right. So, listen. There was something else I was supposed to tell you guys. Oh, how can you win this? I never told y'all how y'all can win this. So, every episode between now and so next week, I don't know how many videos I'm putting out. I don't know how much time I have. I will tell you that in my queue, I have stuff ready to go. I just have to edit it. I have something I've already recorded. I just haven't put it and edited it and all the stuff like that. So that's ready, right? I have another article that I'm going to read for you guys, or that I'm going to have for you guys that I'm going to do a show on, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all what the title is. But this will be one of the episodes next week, and it'll help me be able to get it out quicker. I hope you guys watch the full episode and support it. And the title of it will be Rich Man Loses Job, Wife Considers Leaving Him. Rich man loses job, wife considers leaving him. Oh, I know. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about that one, gents. Because you can't tell me, man, after y'all hear that story, y'all not going to be like, what the heck? And I know y'all got y'all opinions on it, and I'm here for it. So there's going to be a couple episodes next week. There'll be a live stream next week. I don't care how busy I am. We're doing a live stream. I'm going to have some new content. We're going to do a topic. So here's the thing. For the regular episodes, okay, be a subscriber of mine, okay? Also, make sure you guys follow me at the IG, at the Simsational Gent, because that's the way The IG is how I'm going to be able to get your address information to send you your package. So you have to be a subscriber. You have to be following me on IG, which is the Simsational Gent. Same thing at the Simsational Gent. Matter of fact, what am I doing? I got brand stuff. Hold up. You know they got this new music thing on here where I can be playing music in the background, and I haven't even been using it. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, but I'm gonna play the music in the background. Okay, as I explain how you can win this prize. Okay, so you have to be follow me on Instagram. You have to be a subscriber, and next week, starting Monday through Friday. So whatever videos I put out Monday through Friday next week, which let me tell you all the dates. It might be one video. It might be 5 videos. I don't know. So next Monday is the 21st. And I don't usually do videos on the weekend. I do like YouTube shorts on the weekend or stuff like that. I'm gonna start doing new YouTube shorts on the polls I do. You guys answer a lot of those polls. There'd be like 40, 50 views on those polls, 30, 40, 50 views. I'm gonna start doing YouTube shorts on the polls and the results that you guys are a part of, okay? So stay tuned for that. That might be a future TSG thing, but it was coming. So the 21st through the 25th, be my first 10 comments on any new video I put out next week, along with being a subscriber. Also like it. I won't know if you like it or not, but be one of the first 10 comments on any video. Now I'm not talking about, I'm saying that I don't want your comment on there while the premiere is going. I'm saying after you watch the premiere, the first 10 comments after that will be the first 10, will be the people I put in the raffle. So understand how this is gonna work. Let's say you make let's say I do 4 videos. And let's say you're the first 10 on 3 of those videos. And you are a subscriber and you're following me on IG. What's gonna happen is you're gonna have three ballots in there. Let's say you make 4 times on all 4. Let's say I do 4 videos next week, and you are the first 10 on 4 videos. You have 4 chances to win, or 4 tickets in the raffle. Does that make sense? So everybody that's the first 10 has 4, however many videos I make. If I make 2 videos, you have 2 chances to win. Does that make sense? Please let me know if you understand that, because I want to make sure that oh, sorry, I thought it was like a private share. I'll get back to that. Let me see if I missed anything. T-Mac says, make sure you have live video footage around Mexico so that the bros can see how we are treated abroad. Oh, yeah, that's all going to be a part of it, T-Mac. So I don't have any video restrictions, I don't think. I think that now that I'm over 1,000 subscribers, I think I can go live just right off my phone and walk around with you guys. So I will do some real-time walking around live streams for you all. I'm going to usually have a plan on where I'm going or what I'm doing when I start those live streams so that we can be a part and have a conversation. You guys are going to see a lot of stuff. I want to start, once my Spanish gets better, I'll start doing more interviews and stuff like that. There's a lot of content coming. I have a lot of ideas on how I'm going to run this channel abroad. Does that make sense? And it's going to be all the stuff we talk about. It's going to be all the stuff that the gents want to see. Okay? We're still going to do some of these topics. I'm still going to do videos like that. But I'm also going to let you see what I'm going through too. So it's going to be a lot of work. It's a lot of work I'm going to put in. Okay? And you guys will know everything. You guys are part of this journey. And I'm going to show y'all exactly the stuff y'all want to see because I know what you want. Okay? All right? And then T-Mac says, oh, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. Look. You all are part of this process. If you also too, y'all talk to me in the comments sometimes. Y'all can also hit me up on the IG. Let me know your thoughts. But I'm gonna do these polls. I want to hear from you guys on what y'all think, and then what to improve, what I can get better on, and then or what kind of other things you guys got thoughts about. And I'm willing to do that to improve the channel. So again, you guys are TSG. You guys are the gents. Tell me what y'all want to see. I'll do my best to make it happen. Okay. So everybody's in agreement. Okay, cool. Yeah. So again, Alabama patch, 4 bracelets, 4 winners. Okay. So 4 people will get a chance to win this. Is a $50 to $80 value. Be one of my first 10 people to on next week's videos from the 21st to the 25th. Be one of my first 10 subscribers or 10 subscribers that are following me on my channel and the Instagram. And I will put you in a ballot in a drawing. The more you are in the first 10, the more chance you have to win. And then I will, let's pick a date, you guys. Let's pick a date. And then I will have the results of that raffle. I will have the results. Oh, I got to be out of that date. So we're gonna have it on the Monday. You know what? I might do an impromptu live stream on the 28th because I got to be out of this party by the end of the month. So on Monday, instead of doing a show, I'm actually gonna do an impromptu live stream. It'll be Monday. It's on Mondays. It'll probably be right around the same time, 5 o'clock. So I like to keep consistent. It'll be 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then I'm gonna give you all the results of the raffle. That way you guys can hit me up on the IG, give me your addresses and stuff when I call out the winners, and that way I can send you, put some stamps on there and send y'all your stuff, okay? So that's how we're gonna play that. Okay. And then Slugger says, drop the link. What link, bro? What am I dropping? Oh, the link for the IG? Oh, damn it. I can't do that at the moment. Damn it, I should have did that. I'll tell you what. The link for the IG is actually in the description. It's in the description of every video. So all my information, the email, the IG, all that stuff is in every description. So like the way I have it set up is I have a template. So all the information for this channel is down in the description below. It's always in there. So when you go look at the video, just look in the description. Okay. Yeah. Well, gents, let me go back through. I'm gonna give and first of all, thank you for being here, Snuggles. I know, man, you were part of the manosphere, you're part of the gents there. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. All right. So also I want to give a shout out to my boy T-Mac. Thank you for being here as always, man. Thank you for the support. Mr. Jackson, thank you as well, man. Thank you for being here. I gotta give a shout out to my brother that I grew up with, Jerome. Dave, thank you for being here. I appreciate everything you do for the channel. I appreciate your support. Bobby, thank you, man, for being here, man. And good luck to you on what you're getting into, too. I know a lot of you guys are about to start being part of the Passport Bros, and I look forward to hearing your stories and what you're going through. And again, you guys are a part of this, so your input is going to decide certain things that I'm doing in the future. I got to give a shout out to Lucy from Brick Girls Go Stateside. Make sure you go check out her channel, subscribe to the channel. I promise you, it's good content, very interesting. And she is her and her mom, Julie, are very lovely, very, very awesome people and a great channel. You're going to love it. Subscribe to that channel. Got to give it up to my boy, Lucis. Always keeps me on my toes. Always has great comments. Thank you for being here. I got to give it up to my boy, Henry. Go make sure you check out his channel called True Gemini. Henry got some good commentary, got some stuff that's going to make you think. He's going to have you on your toes and stuff like that. And he makes his own music and stuff. Henry's always out in nature. So if you like that kind of stuff, Henry's going to tell you about even like things to think about for survival and stuff like that. Good content. Go check it out. Who else am I forgetting? I don't want to forget nobody. Don't let me forget nobody. Oh, who's this handsome dude? Oh, the Simsational Gent put something in here. Shout out to the Simsational Gent. Make sure you subscribe to that channel so you don't miss any future content here on TSG. Hit that bell icon next to it too. All right. Who else we got up in here? We have my friend Karen from the House of Chill, right, on her channel, right? She does late night sessions where they just listen to music and talk about different things. You might like that. They might be yours. Great friend of mine. Go check it out. Sometimes I hang out there too. Shout out to the brother Richie Mack from Zoom to Thailand, blessing us to come in, stopping by, saying what's happening. I appreciate it. It's because of this brother right here that this channel blown up. It's because of his channel that a lot of you guys are part of the gents. here at TSG. And so I cannot thank this brother enough. Me and him talk all the time, right? We jive back and forth. I look forward to the day that I can go to Thailand, or that I'm thinking 2023 for that trip. But I look forward, if I go to Thailand, me and that brother gonna show out on the video, okay? We doing our thing, okay? So I look forward to that. Look for that to happen in 2023. Thank you, Richie Mack, for all that you do. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for the shout outs. Thank you for allowing this channel to grow. Man, I couldn't do it without you, man. I appreciate it. And thank you for being my friend, man. We talk all the time, so I appreciate you. Who else we got up in here? Did I miss anybody? Man, you guys did a lot of comments today, man. That's real good. That's real good for the engagement. I got to give it up credit. I think I caught everybody. If I missed anybody, let me know. 1 second, you guys. 1 second. Sorry, I got to ask the question. I'm trying to figure out what was going on there. All right. So I do have a question of the day. Question of the day. Do you think that women have to worry more about their friends' loyalty than men? So like, do women have to worry about women or men more when it comes to having best friends or having good friends? Why or why not? That's the question of the day. Leave that not in the chat, but leave that in the comment. Or you can leave it in the chat right now too. I'll still answer it. But leave it in the comment section. If you're watching this as a pre-recorded video, let me know what you think. Do women have to worry about women more as good friends, or do they have to worry about men more? Let me know why you think what you think. Let's get that conversation started. Okay, so that's the question of the day. Right? And as always, again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon notification, that's the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos here on TSG. I'm really excited because I have a lot of stuff coming up. I'm going to be really busy. Let me reiterate this. Don't forget about this. Make sure that when you see the notification saying that a new video is coming out, make sure you do the notification, watch that video, and then leave a comment. The first 10 comments are going to get into the raffle for this stuff, for this patch, for these 4 bracelets. There's 2 different types of bracelets up in here. I want you guys to win that. This is easy, bro. I can throw a couple stamps on it and have it wherever you're at in the United States. Sorry, if you're outside the United States, I can't send this. Okay? I'm not gonna do all that. Okay? I'm sorry. Sorry if you're outside the United States. I'm sorry about that. But please support the channel. Okay? Please support the channel. All right. So if there's anything else, let me know if anybody have anything else there. Oh, there are new comments. Let's see what y'all got here. T-Max says a lot of bros are looking at taking these trips. So details about your journey will be much appreciated. Look forward to tuning in. Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna do keep kicking the camera. I'm gonna do my best to document everything that I've been through. I'm gonna do my best to do that. I'm kind of bad when it comes to that. Sometimes I forget that as a content creator, everything that I do and go through, you guys could use. So even if I don't necessarily get it, because sometimes I'm not gonna have my camera out just because I don't want to be a mark or a target. But I'll still tell y'all about those times. I'll tell y'all story times about that kind of stuff, things to look out for. I'll do my best to get those things so that I can that you guys can see, because I want y'all to be able to see what I see as well. Okay, I do have a small camera. Part of the equipment that I'm bringing here. So I have this little tiny GoPro camera. I don't like the full quality of it because it has that wide angle view type thing, but it's still 1080. So I will be able to kind of like have it with me on my person, and it's small and it's discreet just in case I find myself in hairy situations. I mean, I got to be real about it. That does happen, right? And so I will have that on me so I can make sure that I can film the things that I'm looking at that I see, right? We have a new subscriber in the house. Thank you, Bobby. Actually, you know what? Thank you, Bobby, for being here. You actually added to the conversation today. And I think I'm looking forward personally to hearing about your journey and what you're going through and stuff like that. Please, you guys leave a lot of y'all stories. You know what I mean? When y'all talk in the comments and stuff like that, you guys do a great job of talking about things you've been through, things you've seen and experienced. And I'm telling you, I love that, man, because that's what we need to do. We need to be able to share that type of information within the gents so that we can all learn from each other and become better. All right. And then, yep, so, hey, more coming out, bro. I don't have a set schedule at the moment because everything going on. But typically, I always put out at least a video on Monday. I try to put out a video on Friday. I've been trying to do the live streams on Wednesday. Now, the in-between stuff, I've been trying to do like YouTube shorts in between. But at the most, I've been trying to do at least a Monday, at least a Friday, and at least a live stream, okay? And then Lucy gave me great live, Sean. Can't wait to see your travels. Thank you, Lucy. I thank you so much. I still look forward. I hope to get to see you and Ryan one day. I'll come over to you guys. Right now, I got to kind of go where I'm going. But once I come back to the States again, I'll have more resources to be able to kind of make extra little trips and stuff. I will be back here in Vegas when I come back. And then maybe I'll shoot over to where you guys, because y'all not that far away. So maybe I'll come there and we can check you guys out. Lucy says, of course, women have to worry more about women. Why? Because modern women ruin all women. Oh man, I'm not gonna get too deep into that one, but definitely, Lucy's go. Make sure you put something in the chat, in the description, in the comment section about that, so that people can comment on that one, bro. Because I want to hear the answers. Eleanor, hey, Eleanor is a good friend of mine, a friend of ours. Brick Girls Go Stateside, myself, and she has a wonderful channel. She's in college right now, doing great things, and I hope that's going well for you. I know we haven't had a chance to talk. Kind of busy in moving right now, Eleanor. So I hope that you're fine, that you're doing fine. Everything's going well for you. And yes, I will have the future videos. Keep that notification on. You will see it all. Okay. And then Lucy says hi to Eleanor. And then I have been busy with school. I am doing fine. Thanks for asking. Absolutely. I know you're busy with school, and sometimes you just got to focus in and hone in. So I hope you get that together. T-Mac says, Lucy's be bringing that heat to Gents, man. Gents, man. Y'all be making me laugh, bro. But you know what? Y'all be saying some stuff, and that's it. It's a safe space to be able to talk about it. Obviously, don't get overly disrespectful, but say what you feel. If you feel that way, we can talk about it. Y'all know I'm very nuanced, right? You might bring up a point, and I'll come up with some, I have my nuanced point of view about it, because I want to be fair, right? But at the same time, some things got to get said. Some of these things got to get said. And ladies, you may not all want to hear everything that people want to say, but that's the thing. There's a space for men to be able to talk about it. So at least you have an idea of the way that we think and feel about these situations. And that way we can have these conversations. Right? That's how the Kevin Samuels got big overnight, because women started seeing like, yeah, something is wrong. Now my tone is a little bit different. I kind of liken myself to MTR a little bit, where I like to be nuanced, but I kind of say a little bit more than MTR do. I got my own opinions about things. I'm old school. I'm older than that decade, right? I'm older than those cats. So I just think a little differently. I understand that. But we've also seen different things. We're our generation, Gen X, has seen different things. We come up under some different times and circumstances. We know backstories from the older Gen Xers and the boomers that some of the younger people may not know, that has influenced us. We've seen the destruction of the family. God, gents, I said I was gonna make a video on that, and I still have the clips. And I actually have newer clips. That might be a good video for next week. I always say that now and get it out, but I'm really close to putting out that video about the destruction of the Black nuclear family. And I have some of the clips that I need. Kevin Samuels today, real quick story. I was listening as I was packing up, and I was listening to Kevin Samuels, and he was doing the Smoke Show. Some of you guys may have watched the Smoke Show or not, but I took a clip from the Smoke Show because I don't want to be using his content. But I thought this was very telling. All these women were so combative with him, and it didn't make sense. He was trying to talk to them. They're saying, "Oh, well, the way your tone is," but then they're talking to a grown-ass man. Listen, he's a grown-ass man in his 50s. And these young women, young to him, are talking to him any kind of way. And it was all like that. And they're making generalizations and then saying, when he proved a point wrong, well, sign. What does he always say? Sign, right? What is it? Oh man, I've got the S now. Insults, guilt, need to be right, right? All that stuff. What was the S? I just said it today to somebody. But the point is, I watched his show. He talked about the destruction of the nuclear family as this young lady talked about not having a father in her home. And I have an older clip. So now I have something, because I like to tell narratives, right? See, anybody can just give you the commentary. When I'm really at my best doing these shows, or I don't know, maybe it's y'all opinion, but I like to put the story together, a narrative. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but when I have time to do my videos the right way, but I like to put a narrative together with the commentary. And so I'm trying to get the right piece so that I can bring it together, if that makes sense. But it's very powerful and it needs to be discussed. I have missed a lot. Disclaimer, I support women being successful, especially with men. But modernist females, and I would even say some of the, feminist females are a problem in the dating market. Absolutely. Right? They are. I'm not gonna deny it. I won't say that for all. I won't say that for women too, because I support women being successful as well. I feel like Kevin Samuels in the sense that I want to see outcomes, good outcomes for good people. You can be man or women. I want to see good outcomes for good people, period. Man or woman. Now, this place is a place that men can voice their opinions and their feelings and their thoughts. Women can voice their thoughts and their feelings and opinions. Okay? But a lot of us men, ladies, are feeling like it's just not right. It's just not right now. Yeah, I am doing well in school, and I have my graduation in May and then finish my program by December. Great job. I'm happy for you, Eleanor. That is great. And Karen says, eat nachos. Now you got me hungry. Way to go, Karen. Way to go. Big problem, Lucis. Oh yeah, big problem. Yeah, we all agree on that. Yeah, no, shit, half the damn things I talk about on this channel is that stuff that we see. I'm just bringing light to snippets of it. It's bad. I mean, if we don't think that's bad, again, that smoke show that Kevin Samuels had today, that smoke show, I saw not women that was willing to have an honest conversation with Kevin Samuels. They were angry and in their feelings, talking about his tone, and he was trying to ask them questions, and they were being the rude ones. He was like, hey, this is my channel. You're going to follow the rules of my channel. You don't just get to talk over me. You don't get to just... I was annoyed. I don't want to use Kevin Samuels stuff, but what I will tell you is I would love to do just like a little clip together, real quick clips. I might do that though. Re-record some of it and just do real quick snippets of how they snarling at him. And he's like, hey, I'm just trying to ask you a question. And they're, okay, I'm sorry. It triggered. T-Mac says, a lot of bros are throwing in the towel. Yeah, women, ladies, if you already a subscriber and you're a woman, you already know, you've heard these conversations. But if you're new to the channel and you watch me for the first time, first of all, welcome to the Simsational Gent, and hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to hear about this and be a part of the conversation. This is a men's channel, but we do value your opinion because it will make us see things from a different perspective, and hopefully you do too. Now, ladies, if you're not a part of this channel, let me just say that men, what we see, especially good men that are putting in the work, grown-ass men, are done. A lot of them are throwing in the towel. You're like, why would I don't want to deal with the attitudes. I don't want to deal with the BS. And they're ready to go. I'm not leaving for that exact reason. I'm leaving for other reasons. But that is what it is. Okay? All right, gents. Anyway. So, again, I want to thank you guys for everything. And thank you all. I did all the shout outs there. Am I missing something? No, we're good for right now. Thank you all for being here tonight. Again, I'm in the process of moving. Some of my videos are going to be a little rough. I apologize. But y'all know where I'm going. And you know what I'm doing. We'll be traveling for the first month after I leave here to see my family and friends. I'm also going to bring you footage from those places. I'm going to show you more situations. So I hope you're ready for it. And we're going to still talk about the same topics. Okay? So thank you all for being here. With that being said, live your best life.